Hello, hello. Happy Sunday. How's it going? It feels weird streaming more than once a week. I feel like I was just here. Only it was a different game. It was Monster Hunter. I'm surprised Charlie's not over here yet. What are you doing? You slacking? She's so comfy. Look at her on the blanket. I don't know if she's gonna get up because look at how comfy she is. She's like, I put the blanket on the bed and she's been all bundled up on it all day. Oh, wait a minute. Is it your time? Hi. Did you know I call for you? She was comfy and then we ruined it. I'm sorry. Oh, your little feet. There we go. It's been nice seeing people again. Are people coming back into your work, Risu? Or are you still pretty much solo in there? Charlie, best loaf. She's gonna be my nurse after the vaccine tomorrow. And hi. She's gonna take care of me. And by take care of me, I mean she's gonna demand food when I'm like feverish and delusional. She's going to probably meow and demand food. Because that's usually what she does when she's hungry. So, should be good. Hi. Hi. I made the mistake of going on Reddit, which is always kind of a mistake, but there's a subreddit that is specifically for people who have had the COVID vaccine already. And it's almost all people complaining about side effects because it's basically like whenever a place gets reviews, it's typically negative stuff because that's what leaves more of an impression on people, I think. People like to post about problems they've had and just negative stuff that's happened. So that's what this Reddit is. It's just all people's like horrible COVID vaccine side effects. And I was reading that, I'm like, this is not a good idea to do before getting the COVID vaccine, because it's just all horrifying. It's like really extreme stuff that I think most people do not have happen to them. But there was one or two people who had it happen to them and they posted about it on Reddit and then everyone freaked out. It's like a lot of people with health anxiety joined forces to give other people health anxiety. So that was a trip reading those stories and realizing that they're probably it's hopefully not going to be quite that bad. It might be bad, but more people are coming back and other people are supposed to start moving into the building over. Oh my goodness. Is it weird? Like, I'm assuming it's difficult getting back into interacting with people kind of normally. I mean, it's still not super normal because they have the masks on and everything still, but my cousin, who is a high school teacher, she was saying that the kids, these poor kids, they don't even like socialize with each other anymore normally now that they're back to school in person because they're so used to having the Zoom classes and not socializing normally. So now when there's like downtime after class, she has to kind of forcibly encourage them to socialize because they don't know what to do. They just sit there and like go on their phone. They did that before, she said, but obviously not quite as much to the point where it's like, what the heck? These kids don't remember how to interact with each other. And I can imagine that'll be a problem for a lot of people getting back to more normal stuff. Redditors gross. Who goes on Reddit? Oh, to be honest, I give Reddit a lot of shit, but Reddit has some subreddits on it that are good for very particular interests that you might not find forums for otherwise. A lot of them are lewd, but other than those, there's a lot of very particular stuff. Like even Monster Hunter, there's not really good Monster Hunter forum, but the Monster Hunter Reddit's okay. Hey, frogs! How you doing? I like that you assume people wear their mask. Yeah, that's probably not a safe assumption. Depends on the workplace. I know, at least here, people are pretty good about their masks, but to be honest, after you're vaccinated, it does not seem to matter as much if you wear the mask. Obviously, if someone has not been vaccinated and they're not wearing a mask, they're just an asshole. But, yeah. And I think I know more people who have been vaccinated than haven't at this point, at least in this neck of the woods. Should be like a mask one. Should we make a mask that's just the I hate out toilet paper, just like zoomed in, just the mouth. Oh my god, I hate out masks definitely exist, right? There's some sort of deviant that's made those and is wearing it proudly, just like the Ahegao hoodies. Hi, Dork. How you doing? You don't believe me. What don't you believe? What's unbelievable? I remember what I said that would that would warrant that response. Short-term memory problems. You haven't had any issues that you know of? I mean, probably there were some people who were like, Risu, go away now, I'm done talking. Yeah, I guess that's different if other people had been still out and kind of socializing and you'd been keeping to yourself. They wouldn't have felt as awkward about, or like social interaction deprived, I guess. Like, it's weird because I'm not, like, I assume a lot of people on Twitch are probably pretty introverted and probably the same, but I have been totally okay not talking to anyone outside of my immediate family and, like, Twitch chat and age for, like, a long period of time. I'm just that introverted, I could be totally okay alone for, like, months at a time. Although I probably would need, like, a cat or something to talk to, even if it doesn't talk back. To not totally lose it. But, I feel like extroverts probably took everything a lot harder. And, I don't know who would have a more difficult time adjusting getting back to how things were, extroverts or introverts. Once things pick up again. How you doing, frogs? How's your weekend going? Oh my goodness, Charlie, you're shedding. I just brushed you. I brushed like a golf ball sized wad of fur off of her last night and she's shedding all over my hands. Ah! Help! She shed all over the Kirby pillow. No! No! Reddit Monster Hunter was complaining about Alatreon. Yeah, they complain about everything. So, they complain about everything, but they have some good discussion posts and some good, like, build posts. To be fair, though, I complained about Alatreon, too. I don't like his design. I don't like the design, around the super move with the elemental thresholds. That's the only thing I didn't like about him. The rest of him was cool. But I didn't like that whole gimmick to him. I saw you were playing, were you playing World today, Dark? I saw it pop up on Discord. I was thinking about booting it up at some point. Hey! Cause Rise is amazing, but it feels weird going from World and Iceborne with all the different monsters in them and the difficulty to Rise. Because there's really maybe 5 or 6 monsters that are the top tier of difficulty in that. And you just kind of end up fighting them over and over again instead of the more, like, baby ones. So it can get a little repetitive, but I put like 100-something hours into it, so it's probably time to take a break. That's a lot of time into a video game. Have any of you guys been playing RE8? By the way, I picked up RE7 on sale a couple months ago, and I started it up last night, and I don't know how I feel about it yet. Coming from someone who, like, my first survival horror experience was the RE remake on the GameCube. Like, I think I'm only in the first part of the game where you get abducted by, like, the hillbilly family. And one of the first things they have you do is stealth, which was really, really kind of annoying. You have to you have to kind of avoid the hillbilly mans. And it just feels really weird in a Resident Evil game to be like, I guess it's similar to like Nemesis, you have something pursuing you around the whole house. I don't know if RE8 is like that with the big titty vampire lady. I don't know if she's like a Mr. X type enemy, but never really liked that. I like the rest of the like survival horror type gameplay, but the one dude pursuing you through everything, I don't know if that's like a specific subgenre of survival horror. There's certain games where you're just getting chased constantly, like horror games, and I don't find those as fun. I think Outlast would fit under that too. You like the mask that looks like a face with a pulled down mask? Does it have like the bottom half of the mask is like a chin strap? Like it's got a mask and then another mask on it. There's those creepy masks that have the like plastic window so people who need to lip read can see, but they look really weird. It's like your face is naked. You can see the face poking through. You played a bit? What were you up to? I was trying to think like going back to it, what there is even to do outside of like farming layered armors and stuff. Because when I got burnt out on it, it was mostly just, okay, let's farm Ruiner Nurg, the tempered Ruiner Nurg event over and over again. And tempered Teostra over and over again. But there is still a ton else to do. It just, when I get burnt out on Monster Hunter, it's just kind of a lack of external motivation to farm stuff and complete builds, I guess. Monster Hunter technically has like infinite gameplay depending on what you're up to in it, what your goals are with it, I think, but I'm the type of person that tends to like to have things to beat to progress in a game, and after Fatalis there wasn't really anything in it. And it's kind of the same with Rise at the moment. There is going to be an update at the end of the month, though, I think. And I'm not sure what's going to be in it. It's supposed to be the end of the story, because they shipped Rise without the end of the story. They shipped an incomplete game. Which is kind of questionable. Not sure why they did that. You like how Reddit complained about Alatreon being hard and having damage checks. And then you go to Rise and they complain about easy. Yup, it's a lot of complainers. It really is a lot of complainers on Reddit. And now I'm complaining about the people complaining. To be fair, Rise is fairly easy, but a lot of what makes it easy is just like it took out some of the crap and the tedious stuff that the other games had. Like, it's not so much the monsters are pretty aggressive. The monsters are pretty aggressive, but the I don't think it's much easier than World, like just based on the monster aggro and their attack patterns. I think they're pretty comparable. But they took out stuff like you don't really need to even bother finding where the monster is on the map. It just shows itself and that type of stuff you don't have to do anymore. You can move around the map pretty fast on the dogs and the wire bugs, and you don't like. The more mobility they add, the more easy the series will get overall. And I'm kind of curious what they're gonna do, because it seems like they add mobility with each iteration of the game. Like you had For You, which added the kind of verticality and the mounting and that type of stuff. Then you had Generations, which I have not played, but they added all the different styles, hunter arts, whatever they're called. Different mobility stuff you could pick and choose, and then you got Rise World with the slinger that you can kind of use as a hook shot and like swing around on things, and you could teleport between camps immediately. And now you have Rise, which you can do all that stuff. And you have the wire bug. So it definitely streamlined the mobility a lot, and I don't know what they're gonna do after it. gonna run out of stuff. Yeah, gliders and teleporters. Like, I feel like it's gonna get to the point where they literally just drop you on top of the monster and just be like, have at it. Let's see, like, the next evolution. Like, what else? What else is there to do? But like, how can you be more mobile than being able to like fly through the level? I don't know. I don't know if it's possible. Because even that, just the mounting was a big enough thing for them to add, and that they even innovated after that. I am glad that the slinger did not return though. Hi, you comfy? We gonna play a video game? And we're gonna play a video game? Yeah. Oh my goodness, she's so comfy. I'd like to play a video game, but I cannot move to get the controller. Yeah. Oh my goodness. She is so comfy right now. Oh, she's also shedding. Shedding everywhere. You don't like the new mounting system? You don't quite get it? So my complaint, I'm sorry, this is turning into a Monster Hunter stream and I'm not even playing the game. The main issue I have with the wyvern riding stuff is it feels really forced. So it feels like it's a substitute of the Turf Wars in World, in that these monsters are gonna run into each other. These monsters are gonna fight each other when they run into each other, and then you'll get an automatic free mount off of it. And then you bang the monster into the other monster, and then you get a free mount off of that monster. It's like a combination of the wall bangs from the Clutch Claw and the Turf Wars. And there's still Turf Wars in there, which is weird, on top of the other stuff. But it just seems very scripted, that part of it. Because you know, like, even with Basilgeuse, they, it's not even scary when he shows up anymore because, you know, you're just gonna be able to use him to beat the other monster up. That's his whole point for showing up, is just so you can mount him and drop bombs on things. So it's, I agree that it is kind of weird dork. I'm not sure how they could fix it. It's probably my least favorite part of the game. Everything else is pretty good though. In the next Monster Hunter game, Monster Hunted, the Kaiju comes to you. I know you're joking, Twilight, but there actually is someone that's designing it like a fan game where you get to play as the monster and I guess like attack the hunters. It wouldn't be too, like, it honestly, that seems like it would be a reasonable evolution, because currently in Rise you can ride the monsters and control them. So the next logical step is obviously actually becoming the monster. I think you figured it out, Twilight. I think you figured it out. Yeah, certain weapons were better at mounting. It's still the case though, Dork. No, it's still true. It's just not the weapons that were before. So Hunting Horn is actually one of the best weapons to mount, I think, if not the best at the moment for mounting monsters that aren't the monster you're hunting, because the monsters that you're not hunting, I think, have a lower mounting threshold. And with the Hunting Horn, all you have to do is that stupid, like, Big Bat Earthshaker attack, one of them, and you can mount pretty much any monster that's not the target. So it's weird. It's like, it's not the Insect Glaive and those type of weapons that are good at it now. It's not what you would expect. Hi! It kind of sucks that it's the Hunting Horn though, because I don't like the mounting and I never do it, but I usually play the Hunting Horn. And people probably expect me to do it. Eventually the game will just play itself. It's kind of just like, for any series that's been out for a very long period of time and has had multiple iterations, that just seems to be the way it goes. Like, it gets to the point where everything is so streamlined, that it's hard to streamline it further and also innovate and also maintain the complexity that keeps it interesting in the first place, if that makes sense. I'm trying to think of other series that have had as many games that are similar gameplay-wise and still been interesting. Monster Hunter is very simple conceptually, so they don't have as much to work with as some other series. Like, it's always going to be a game where you hunt a monster. That's the game. Like, the gameplay loop will always be the same, I think, unless they do spin-offs like Monster Hunter Stories. Are you cozy? Are you cozy? Oh my goodness, can I play my game? No? I don't know what to do. No, not like Left 4 Dead versus Stylo. That would be super fun. It's like, I don't know what type of game you would compare it to. I only saw one video. The guy, he had like a prototype up and he was controlling a Rathalos and like beating up those poor herbivores. Yeah, Evolve. I think that game died, right? Something about it didn't. Let me look that up. I know exactly. I think it is Evolve. I think that game got canned for some reason. It is not the first thing that popped up. Yeah, it was 2K games. Oh, that was, wow, okay. Yeah, that was actually created. I didn't know that. It says it was created by the creators of Left 4 Dead. So that makes sense. Turtle Rock Studios. It was, 4 hunters face off against a single monster, and one player controlled the monster. So it's even the same number of players. It's 4 versus 1. How would that work for Monster Hunter? I don't know how that would work. It could be pretty clowny. I kind of wish they did have custom modes that people could do like with other games. Like, I know Dota has a bunch of custom, like, fan modes. Because even with mods on PC, you only really get stuff like, you do get really cool stuff like the White Fatalis mod, but you don't get a ton of, stuff that's very different from the core, gameplay of it. Yeah, no, it didn't do very well at all for some reason. Which is weird, because people typically like asymmetrical games like that, asymmetrical PvP, because if you look at something like Dead by Daylight, that game is so successful years later, and it's kind of shitty. Like, the basic gameplay of Dead by Daylight is kind of shitty and repetitive, but it's 4v1, 4 kind of underpowered players that, if they work together, can be stupidly broken, versus 1 overpowered monster or killer or whatever. But for some reason that one took off and Evolve didn't. I wonder if Dead by Daylight, it's because of like the whole movie serial killers and aspect to it, because people, there aren't really a ton of games that have those in them. There was the Friday the 13th game, which also died off for some reason. When you saw the mechanics for Evolve, it seems like an alright game. Yeah, it does seem pretty decent, but it's not. So did they like shut the servers down or something? I know that it didn't do well, and I think they stopped supporting it, but is it still possible to play it? I'm not quite sure if it's like peer servers. Like, if you had 5 friends, could you play it? There really aren't a ton of games like that. People really do like Dead by Daylight. It surprises me, but it's like one of the top streamed categories on Twitch pretty regularly, even outside of Halloween. That's the weird part. Like, typically those type of games, they get popular on Twitch between like September and November. So that's what happened with Phasmophobia. And even that has died down quite a bit on like the Twitch audience for it. I know there are still people who stream it and get a good viewership for it, but if you look at like the overall numbers for the category, it's not that high. But Dead by Daylight, I think, is still popping for some reason. I think it's the kind of meme aspect to it. It's sort of competitive. I guess it's competitive. There's a ranking system to it, but it doesn't. Is it skill based? It doesn't seem very skill based. Maybe it is. I've only played Survivor briefly, but it just seemed like a lot of hiding and praying that you're not in the wrong spot when the killer's walking by. You never played it though, because it gets the characters' classes you could be. Didn't seem all that interesting. Oh, there's classes. Classes that you could be. Yeah, I wonder if it was something like that people didn't really care too much about what was available in it. They didn't update it enough to keep it interesting. People like to play with their friends. If your game can't tap into the group, it won't be bought by one person alone. So you're saying that it needs to have a wider appeal so that multiple people in a friend group buy copies. There are, I feel like there's not enough games that let people try the game if their friends have it without buying it themselves. Like, there's not enough demos. Some games do free weekends, but I know, at least with something like Monster Hunter, when I was trying to get people into it on PC, and it was like $25 on sale. And it's still a little steep for people who don't know if they like the core gameplay. And if there was something like a demo where you could play for a set number of hours or a weekend or whatever with people, I think that's probably healthier to keep a player base for a game up than active, is to kind of entice people to try it first. Maybe not. But it seems like a lot of the games don't have those free weekends. But it does definitely depend on the price too. Yeah, Dead by Daylight's usually pretty cheap. That's the thing. That might be partly why it's so popular. Because I think Evolve was like a full price. It's like a $60 game or something. I think it was like a full price game. Maybe it was lower when it was tanking in popularity, but Dead by Daylight is definitely cheap. And I think that can help too, like, fortunately and unfortunately, when a lot of the player base is kids, and they're relying on mommy and daddy's credit card to pay. I do feel like there are probably more children that play games like Dead by Daylight than should be playing those games. You chillin'? Yeah, she chillin'. Hey, Retro, how you doing? Oh, Evolve had microtransactions. Interesting, I didn't know that. Well, that'd do it. Now, were they microtransactions that actually impacted the gameplay? Because that definitely, I think puts a lot of people off. That would put me off too. But I think games that have microtransactions that are just for cosmetics are totally fine. Most of the game is free to play, and then if you want to look pretty, you gotta pay a little bit extra. Hey, you good? Yeah, I'd never heard that. That makes sense then. It was 2K games though. Do they typically do that shit? Maybe they did, and then they found out it was a bad idea. It is tough because it seems like if it was a full price game at launch, and then they had microtransactions, like, it seems like a lot of AAA games do that for some reason. Like, they'll be $60 for the game, and then have microtransactions on top of it. Like, is the development cost of these games, has it become that high that they have to do that? Or are they just being super greedy? I can't tell. You're good with cosmetic microtransactions as long as it's not— Gotcha! Exactly, Dork. Exactly. I agree. It's why Monster Hunter's so good. There's all the layered armors that you can buy. And they're not typically stupidly expensive either. The Capcom— I feel like Capcom has had kind of a redemption arc. I don't know if you guys feel the same way over the past few years, where they weren't really looked super highly upon as a company for a long time, but with stuff like Devil May Cry and Monster Hunter, I feel like they've turned around a little bit in the newer Resident Evils, and the model that Capcom has for Monster Hunter for releasing content and doing the paid cosmetics and stuff actually seems pretty decent for a big company compared to a lot of others out there. So I think they've turned around quite a bit. So it's pretty easy for them to— they could have easily gone full greed. Didn't Capcom mess up one of the RE remasters? 3, maybe? How did they mess it up though? Like, I didn't play 3 Retro. I know like people loved 2. I'd never finished it either, unfortunately. But 3, I think, was really short. I don't know if there was anything gameplay-wise that was messed up with it. Oh, is part of the game missing? Maybe. Gotta look it up. I would if Charlie was not being such a bean on my lap. You are like gonna fall off the pillow here, hun. She's so cozy, so cozy. Yeah. You're so comfy. Oh my goodness. So part of the game is just missing? Like part of the original? That would be kind of bullshit. I did hear that it was very short. People were paying $60 for it and it ended up being like less than 10 hours or something. So that was a game that suspiciously went on pretty steep sale, if I remember correctly, pretty soon after it was released. Because people were pissed about how short it was. So maybe the redemption arc was very short-lived, but they've done a good job with Monster Hunter. And from the sounds of it, RE8 is good. And RE7 was supposedly pretty good. I'm starting that now, so I'll leave judgment on it until I get further in. If I get past the first stealth section, that makes me want to just uninstall and not play again. It's so awkward because it's supposed to be scary. You're being chased around this like spooky old house by a hillbilly man, a murderous hillbilly man, but it's just kind of more funny than scary to me. Because he's not like a zombie, he's just a murderous hillbilly. That's what their enemy design was. It was RE3. It was missing characters. Wow. Oh yeah, and they made Jill Valentine, and they made her like super hot, and people were mad about that. They like super changed her character design. I remember that now. Wow. Yeah, I didn't know about stuff that they removed. That's a bummer. I wonder if with stuff like that, it depends. I'm assuming part of it depends on the team that is working on the remake, because the second one was really looked highly upon. So I'm wondering if the team that worked on the second one did the third one too. That would seem to make the most sense. Or if the third one was in development while the second one was also in development, so they had two different teams working on them. I'm not sure. I'm assuming it's one team that does all the remakes. She was very blocky. That like I feel like the first hot Jill Valentine was probably the well, I guess it depends. Because if you grew up in like the PS1 era and you're used to the polygons, you know, people thought freaking Lara Croft was hot when she was just like triangles. Just like a pair of cones. Polygons. For a chest. People thought that was hot back in the day, so I guess RE3 Jill would be considered hot by like PS1 standards. But I think the first time she was ever she kind of resembled like a normal looking human being was probably in the RE1 remake for GameCube. But they like they completely redid her for 3. Like she looks very different. Obviously it's a huge jump between PS1 and PC and current gen consoles, but just her character design itself looked pretty different, and I think that's what people were miffed about. Pyramid boobs, yes, that was the hot stuff on PS1. That's what the people wanted. Charlie, I gotta move you, honey, because you were like... Excuse me, you were like falling? What are you doing? What are you doing? I gotta move this cat, but I don't want to because she's so cozy. I gotta move you. So I gotta like contort my back to hold her properly. Like hunched over like this. In pain. But it's fine because she's having a good time. It's worth it to suffer for Charlie's sake. Bring back cone bra. Those were actually high fashion for a while, weren't they? But they died out. They died out. It's actually, I think the braless look is the new thing, bralettes. That type of stuff. Yeah. They're very expensive. Move the chair! I can't, the back, like... Move the chair! Like, the back of the chair? The back I set to not move, unfortunately. And I can't reach it because she's so comfy. I'd have to move. If your boobs aren't conical, then clearly you need to consult Madonna. Oh, yeah, the OG, pointy boob fashion. Fashionista Madonna. Oh my goodness. Is she's still alive? Is she around? I haven't heard anything about Madonna in years. Everyone's too busy picking on Britney. They're leaving Madonna alone. They became less popular after several short people lost eyes. There is a hazard. I feel like that's a hazard we should be willing to risk as short people for the sake of fashion. Short people risk a lot of stuff overall, like standing on the train next to someone whose armpit just happens to be at face height for the whole ride. Stuff like that. That's just was part and parcel of being a short person. Hey, can I move you now? She is so content. She never sits like this for this long. I don't know why. Do you know I'm nervous about tomorrow? Is this therapy? Therapy cat? Shedding everywhere? The cat hair just wafting. Wafting in the breeze. Hey Hobo, how you doing? How's it going? Well, come on, and you missed the Monster Hunter portion of the stream. Just talking about Monster Hunter for like a half an hour, even though I'm not playing it tonight. Have you did you finish up your hub story, Hobo? I saw you were playing the other night, but I was busy trying to do stuff. Trying to get stuff done in case I get sick after the shot tomorrow. I'd rather not have to do anything. Oh, hi there, friend. How you doing? Welcome on in. It's Charlie time. Look at this. Oh my goodness. I'm just looking. It's good because I can, like, if I look at the stream, I can see her little face when I'm petting Shin. I can't see it from this angle if I look down, but if I look at the screen, you see her cute little face. Oh, look at her. Look at her. Oh my goodness. Gang's all here. How's it going, you Christians? And how's it going, Soul Dark? How you guys doing? How's it going? You all y'all recovered, Soul Dark? Everybody coming in. You made it to Chameleos. How do you like the remake, Hopo, of Chameleos? Because you fought the original, I'm assuming. I did not. But I thought the Chameleos fight is very fun. Very well done. He's so cute. Why is he so cute? He's a big derpy lizard. He's adorable. You picked up Nier Automata. Very fun. Fun game, very strange. Strange is definitely, like, if you could pick one word to describe Yoko Taro games, strange is probably the word. How do you like the soundtrack, Thefreen? I tried to play Nier, couldn't get into the gameplay, but the soundtrack is like top notch. It's very good. They trickling it? Oh my goodness. Okay, you ready? She ready? Oh, FD. FD girl. She good. You are feeling better. That is good to hear. I'm getting my second one tomorrow, so I will report in any fun side effects I have if I grow any extra limbs or anything. I'll let you guys know. I know some of you guys are probably awaiting your first shot, not just the second one. The first one was pretty much nothing. Really didn't feel anything after the first shot, so this one should be exciting. Yeah, 24 hours seems about what is common for the symptoms to last. Did they just like magically, like super fast disappear too? Because I keep hearing people say, yeah, I felt like I was going to die, and then it was like immediately better when it started resolving. It's not like a normal illness where it's like a slow feeling better. It's just kind of like a poof, I am better. It's very weird how the immune system works. Oh, you haven't hunted him yet in Rise. Well, let me know what you think of him, Hobo. I thought he was a super cool fight. And Teostra is really good too. And Kushala is really good too. It was a very good update. They did a super good update with the 3 dragons. They're all super fun to fight. I'm really looking forward to what they're adding at the end of the month too. Hopefully some good stuff. It does slap. It is so good. Like, it's funny because it's people, when they think of Nier Automata, they just think of 2B's ass a lot of the time. Like, people who are not familiar with the game, just because that's what's become so prolific about it. It's just the smut and just to be, but it actually is, from what I know of it, thematically a very interesting game. It touches on a lot of stuff with AI and that type of stuff, without spoiling anything. The OST is baller, so good. The Nier Replicant one is really good too. I was listening to that. I was watching Nine stream that. Better work out more by Lipton Charlie. Oh, but she's getting fatter. She's getting so fat. She gained 0.2 pounds since I changed her diet, so she's almost 12 pounds. So she will be a very good weight. I've been normally using 10-pound weights, so she'll be a step up. Slight step up. You can't stay long. You got work tomorrow and need to be sleeping. Well, thank you so much for stopping by, Christensen. I hope you have a good day at work tomorrow. And I hope you're doing well. It was like, what the hell, right? Yeah, that's what everyone who I've talked to has said, that it's like, what is going on? Why did it dissipate that quickly? It's weird. I guess it's something to do with the immune response of the body versus something that it realizes isn't actually an infection. Like, it's when it first gets the injection, it's like shooting off all the alarm bells, and then it's like, oh, that was actually a false alarm. There's not really anything happening. And like immediately calls it off. Instead of, if you have an active virus in your body, it kind of is murdering it still over time. So even when you're starting to feel better, there may still be active body in your virus in your body. You, for one, are enjoying your new vestigial chicken. What? What? Vestigial chicken wings? Excuse me? The only issues you had the second day was being tired, and you think most of that was from sleeping very poorly after the shot. Yeah, that's... I'm hoping that... I feel like I got the worst timing for the side effects, because if it's like 12 hours after, I am getting it tomorrow at 8:20 in the morning, so basically bedtime. It's gonna be like, hey, time to party! Time to party. Kushala cannot be fun to fight. You're wrong. You are so wrong. He's actually good in Rise. He's really good, and the way they fixed him was just to make him stay on the ground. They were like, yeah, all this bullshit with the tornadoes. They made him stay on the ground, and his tornadoes, like, aren't as bullshit. That's all it took to make him fun. And that's all. Like, it was very simple. The problem with him in World is his like, he never lands. His hit zones are shit, and his tornadoes cover the whole arena, so you can't even get to him. And there were actually parts in World where, like, you would be fighting him in a corridor, and he would pop down a tornado, and you couldn't get past the tornado to where he was at. He would, like, block you from physically getting to him with the tornadoes. So they took that bullshit out, and he's so much better now. Your dad had his second May 3rd, and your mom gets her second later this month. You have to wait until they reach your age range. Oh yeah, it's still, I feel like super privileged to be in the US because we're moving pretty fast with the vaccines, but I feel like, as we get ours wrapped up, it'll help other countries too, so hopefully you'll be able to get it soon, you Christensen, and that must be a huge relief that your parents are done. My dad just got his done, so they're gotta wait a couple weeks, but then they'll be safe, and that definitely is a relief. Don't have to worry about them, because they're definitely in the risk group. Anyone over 60. You think about A2 slut or smut, same thing. She a slut. You see her outfit. It's very scantily clad. Like, hard to leave my comments. You want me to time you out, Dork? I'm gonna time you out for A2 slut. It's really funny, though. I can purge it if it's too embarrassing, but it was funny. Yeah, so the Nier games are connected to Drakengard. I don't know how. I do know that Two Breaths Walk, aka Nines, is playing through Drakengard at the moment after playing the Nier games because they're all related. I believe it's in the same universe and probably some of the same characters. But I heard those games are very good as well. Not as widely known as the newer ones, but still very good. Chunky Charlie, how's she doing? She wash. You washing? Yeah, she washing. She washing. The plot is definitely thickening at the point where you are very curious to see how far the rabbit hole goes. I have watched pretty much a full playthrough of that game, and I don't think you can anticipate the paths that it will take. It's just so kind of off the wall, but very unique in what it does. It's definitely is an excellent game. Just not one I personally could get into, but I can definitely see why a lot of people have it as one of their top games. And it seems pretty polished. The PC port does have some issues still, but I know there were mods that fixed a lot of them. Your immune system could have figured out the false alarm in less than 24 hours. Hey, at least it was only 24 hours, Soldark. I know there's people that have it for like multiple days. It probably was not a very pleasant 24 hours, huh? Any plans for RE8? No, you playing it, Hobo? I actually last night started RE7, and I don't know how I feel about it, because the last RE I played was part of the RE2 remake, and it's very different, the first-person perspective and the gameplay. It's a little jarring to shift to. It's a good-looking game. The house that they start you in is really, the details are really nice, and it's very spooky. But gameplay-wise, I don't know how I feel about the first segment of RE7. It has some stealth elements to it that are putting me off. I'm used to just kind of dodging zombies instead of hiding. That used to be worse, what, Kush? With his tornadoes? I have I have Kushala trauma from For You, okay? It was not a good time with Hammer. I'm sure it was worse even in other games too, but at least in For You, you could poison him, and that would kind of help. What if one of us inserts Dork's comment into the quote bot for posterity? Don't do that to Dork. Don't do that. Like, as funny as it would be to see A2 slut out of context, I don't know if he'd appreciate it. It's Dork is a really funny typo. Oh shit! Hi Onimusha, how you doing? How's it going? How's Cyberpunk going, Onimusha? Did you beat the story yet? I never finished the story, and I'm kind of curious what actually happens. I might actually watch someone else's playthrough, but I'm glad you're having fun with the photo mode. The photo mode's so much fun. I think I played the game for like 60 hours, and I think 20 of those are in the photo mode. It's so in-depth. It's super cool. Don't the Nier games need to be played through many times? Yes, that is the, you get multiple playthroughs. They benefit from multiple playthroughs. I don't know if the first one, I guess the first one's like that too. But they do very unique things with the playthroughs, which is cool. It's not just like a new game plus. You have no plans for FPS RE for now. So you didn't play 7, Hobo? But you did play the RE2 remake, right? I'm just hoping RE7 gets better. Anyway, I have a feeling it doesn't. It's cool, like, the setting of RE7 is super cool. The whole, like, bayou, swampy setting to it is unique for a survival horror game. I'm trying to think of other games that have that setting. And, you can have a dilapidated old creepy haunted mansion in every horror game. Like every survival horror game, and it's just very common, but to have that type of thing in a swamp area I feel like it's extra creepy. The bayou is very spooky. You beat it many days ago. You have 7 years. Oh my goodness, Onimusha, you really liked it, huh? Do you feel like the story was good? Like the main story? Because I may go back and play through the main story. But I romanced Judy Alvarez and then got kind of bored, so kind of neglected the main story a little bit, unfortunately. I gave that game a lot of crap, but I played it in a way that was not super good. I did a lot of like the grinding side quests that weren't very unique. back to back for like hours on end. Hi, Bujanga, how you doing? Yeah, the gothic setting is awesome. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Bloodborne, the aesthetic of it, and it's a good change of pace. It's kind of like a mix between RE4 and RE7 from the looks of it. I don't know if that's correct for people who've actually played it or have seen a good bit of it, but it seems like it has more of the schlock of RE4 combined with the first-person stuff and the story and protagonist of RE7. Maybe RE7 gets schlocky. It seems like it would be more serious from what I've played so far, but I feel like that's part of the defining characteristics of the RE series versus something like Silent Hill, is RE is a little bit more schlocky and comical. Silent Hill has some of that in it too, but not quite as much as RE. Ghost lights. What's a ghost light? It's a swamp thing? Is it like swamp gas? Ooh, a Dino Crisis remake. Wow, that'd be so cool, like in the style of an ARK-2 remake. I never actually played it, but I've seen people play it, and that game looks awesome. And also, dinosaurs. There always needs to be more dinosaur games. When is the last good dinosaur game that we've had? ARK? Is ARK even good? Do we have good dinosaur games? I don't know. I guess Jurassic Park Evolution, or Jurassic World Evolution, but it's kind of like a management game and not a fight the dinosaurs game. Swamps are very spook. Very spook. Yeah, I heard that Onimusha, the endings are pretty depressing. That's why I was kind of like not super motivated to finish it, because it's like, well, you play all this time and then the ending is just depression. Like, you gotta be in the mood for it, you know? If you know kind of what's coming. It seems like they set you up from the start, from the premise of the game. You're right so far, recovering from the Star Crawler's binge the other night. You think you might be getting close to the end? Wait, what type of game is that, Bushanga? I don't think I've heard of it. Star Crawlers? Let me look that up. Star Crawlers. The first thing that came up was a rock band called Starcrawler. Oh my goodness. Wow, this is pretty highly rated on Steam. It's got good ratings. I've never heard of this. Came out in 2017. It's a CRPG. That looks pretty cool. I haven't heard of this at all. Looks really neat though, the like space setting to it. It's a futuristic dungeon crawl. Yeah, that's definitely what it looks like. It looks neat. Glad you're enjoying it. I feel like you find all these games, Mahjong. You find these cool games I've never heard of. Yeah, Trespasser. That game. Who was playing that? I think Kilgore was playing that. Was it Kilgore or Tom? Someone was playing that. That game is agonizing. Why does that game exist? You think there's a thing where swamp gas can naturally ignite and there's these weird flames? Yeah, it's the gas, right? I remember hearing something about it, Soul Dark, but how does it just like spontaneously combust? Ghost lights. Swamp. Time to Google. To the Google. Will-o'-the-Wisp, yeah. The Will-o'-the-Wisp. I didn't know this was actually a phenomenon. Is this actually a video? No. Some of these videos are very questionable. This is like, it's like an Indian news source. Like, what the heck is this? Yeah, this is like in India. This is not. Yeah, I can't. It's like a photoshopped, clearly photoshopped picture of Will-o'-the-Wisps. How does that happen? Does Wikipedia say? Ignis Fatuus? It's got a Latin name. It's got a Latin name. Ignis Fatuus, for giddy flame. It's an atmospheric ghost light seen by travelers at night. English folklore. It has a variety of names, including Jack-o'-lantern, Friar's Lantern, Hinky Punk, Hinky Punk, And Hobby Lantern. Hinky Punk, I think, is the best one. Hinky Punk. It's in folklore. Seems like the southern US. It's more common. That makes sense because there's more bayou down there. Okay. So it says modern science explains them as natural phenomena such as bioluminescence or chemiluminescence caused by the oxidation of phosphine, diphosphane, and methane produced by organic decay. Nice. So it's just like spooky, rotten gas. Hinky Punk. We'll learn something new today on Twitch about ghost lights. Yeah, apparently it's a rock band called Starcrawler. Surprise! But are there ghost lights in RE7? Because if they're not, it's a missed opportunity. Because they sound very spooky, and they would fit the setting of the game. It's easy to not hear of a game with the mountains of games on Steam right now. It's easy to not hear of bad games. I feel like most good games find their way through Steam's, like, bullshit filtering somehow, and will get either a very positive or overwhelmingly positive and, like, become more visible that way. I know there's probably games that sneak through and don't get the visibility, but yeah, Steam is a little much right now. There's a lot going on Steam, and certain devs do get screwed over for sure by their games disappearing. You got 80 hours into it. Damn. I got almost 120 hours in Monster Hunter Rise. Help. Kilgore did play. I don't remember him having like the best time with the game, but he's a trooper for trying. Starcrawlers is in your library and you didn't even know that. Well, now you know what game you should play next, Retro, if you're looking for a game, because apparently it's pretty good. You have another dungeon crawler called The Fall of the Dungeon Guardians. It looked really fun, but haven't played it yet. Got it on sale a few months ago. Now, would you ever play two types of games from the same genre back to back? Or do you like to mix it up? So I don't know about you guys, but if I play one game that is a certain type of gameplay for 100 hours, like Monster Hunter, I feel like I need a palate cleanser and play something completely different, like I'm gonna play tonight, Part-Time UFO. Because I feel like the burnout sets in if two games are too similar to each other. Like, I could never play the Yakuza games back to back because their gameplay is so similar. Although I did read, I don't know if you guys saw the article, I think Nick's posted in the Discord, that the future Yakuza games are going to be turn-based, and then the Judgment games are going to be the action gameplay, which I thought is an interesting choice from the Yakuza studio that a lot of people aren't really happy with, but I think it's fine. I don't think the games really shine for their combat anyway. I think it's more the story and the characters, so it shouldn't matter too much. Yeah, Rome probably had some swamps. It probably had some swamps. Depending on where it's located. Like, is Italy? Does Italy have swamps? I guess. I'm trying to picture swamps in the Mediterranean. Like, I don't know if they're similar to swamps here. There's more bayou in the southern US and more moonshine. Have you ever tried moonshine? Have you ever actually tasted moonshine? That stuff is nasty. My brother actually made moonshine, like really ghetto moonshine, and soaked a bunch of berries in it, and even just eating one of the berries that was soaked in the moonshine would like make you tipsy because of how strong the alcohol was. It was like rubbing alcohol. It's almost toxic. Spooky farts. Spoopy poops. Exactly, that's what the ghost lights are. It's bioluminescence from rotten animal poopies. Seems about right. You already know what will happen whenever you start playing. Oh my goodness, you still gonna wait for PC, Bujanga? It's I feel like when it gets to PC, it'll have more content too than it does on Switch. They'll probably put all the updates in, I would hope, on the release, so there will be plenty to do. Action-based cat finding game. Yes! That's the game that everyone wants. Construction worker minigame only Yakuza games sign. Yep, this is the series. This is the series for you now, Twi'lek. Sometimes you build, depends on the game's mechanics. If you know it'll take you a while to finish, you'll switch to a shorter game in between, and then go back to a similar game after. So you actually can put down a game and not play it for a short period of time and still go back to it and finish it, because I cannot do that. I gotta finish it or I won't go back. Hi, Panda! How you doing? Welcome on in. Oh, it's a pinata full of bones. Best day ever. Welcome. Welcome to that. Pinata full of bones. I should probably start up the game soon because I'm probably gonna wrap up in 2 hours tonight. Because I have to get up at 6 in the morning to go get stabbed tomorrow, so I'm gonna try to sleep. Oh, excuse me. Little sips. I did that with Pillars of Eternity in the past, took a short break, and then came back and just kept playing until you finished. And that's the type of game that is very in-depth, and you gotta like actually keep track of the plot and stuff when you take a break. That's the danger type of game to take a break from, I feel like, is an RPG. That's why I've never finished The Witcher 3. Enjoy getting stabbed? Thank you! I absolutely will not enjoy it. I literally just got a text saying, reminder of your vaccination appointment tomorrow. It's very ominous. 7:15 text, like, remember your stabbing appointment. Oh no. The first one didn't even hurt. Like, I didn't even feel the needle go in, and I legit, like, looked at the nurse and I'm like, is that it? We good? We good here? Meanwhile, Age, like, passed the fuck out. Hopefully, I'm more worried about him, like, getting through the second shot than my own. He had a bad time with his shot. Thank you, I need the luck. I'm more worried about, like, the after effects. You know, Panda. You been there. You know how it is. But I got fluids. I got electrolyte drink, and I have, like, a tray table with electrolyte drinks, water, crackers, applesauce, Tylenol, and, like, ginger. Just set to the side, like, it's like a pharmacy of, like, whatever grab bag of side effects you get, just, like, it's prepared for. Because you don't know what's gonna happen. Got all the things ready. Yeah, that's the benefit of anxiety, is, like, yeah, I'm gonna get every side effect and die, so might as well prepare for them. And then hopefully, like, 1 or 2 will happen, not the others. Realistically, it's mostly like a fever and chills for most people, and a headache. Can handle that. That is doable. Alright guys, should we play Part-Time UFO? This game looks super cute. Skelly recommended this game. It's like a crane machine UFO guy, and he picks stuff up and he moves it. It's very simple. It's very simple and cute, and apparently there is a Kirby cameo. And I don't know how long the game is. It was on the Nintendo eShop. It was like $9. Apparently it was a mobile game. I had points, so it ended up only being $3, so I don't really care how long it is, but it looks very cute and very simple. And it has a curb, so that's all it needs to be a good game. Deployment Miracle Pills package. What is in the Miracle Pills package? I can only imagine deployment, like a military deployment. They give you a pill package. I don't think it will turn to horror. I mean, it's got Kirby, so it's got kind of like the Kirby brand horror in it. Kirby's kind of like an eldritch horror in his own way. There we go. It should be very wholesome. It looks very wholesome. Gotta turn the switch on. Gotta turn that switch on. Okay. Alrighty. Where is my switch? Hello? One moment. It's not turning on. I hit the button, but I gotta, like, the button's like slightly recessed, so sometimes I gotta, like, get on its level to actually hit it properly. Oh, I think that did it. Okay. There we go. That's a switch. That's a home screen. This is like a 3-step process because I have to sync the controller I'm using. Do you guys know what an 8BitDo is? 8BitDo? It's like a little USB dongle. And it lets you use the PS4 controller on the Switch. So you don't have to buy the Pro controller. And it also lets you use it on PC. And it was only like 15 bucks or something. It was a really good deal. Game capture. Okay. Projector. There we go. Hopefully you'll be alright when you go in. Some get lucky and don't notice anything. Yeah, I was looking at the, like the statistics Bujanga for people's side effects. And... let me go back. Oh, I put it to sleep. No! No! I get so confused with the buttons because they're reversed. I was playing Resident Evil on the PC last night, and like the accept button and the go back buttons are reversed for the Switch and for PS4. Not the same. You can like find the statistics for particular side effects if you're an anxious person and like want to know specifically. And for most people it's like headache, I think was the main one, and fever and chills, but mild, so it shouldn't be too bad, but we will see. It's very exciting. It's very, like I said, it's like a grab bag of symptoms. Are you able to get yours yet, Bujanga? Or like sign up for it? We went overseas, we got this package of pills in our individual medical pack that we're supposed to take if we ever get shot. Oh my god. I'm glad you didn't have to use it, Panda. So it's just like an in case of emergency thing. They do make good controllers. 8BitDo. Is it 8BitDo or 8BitDo? How is the O go? So this looks super cute. Look at him! Actually, gotta turn... Ah! Gotta turn my volume down.
Oh,
He fits right in! He belongs! He looks like he belongs! Some of the other vets could describe it better. I don't know, do you guys know about the mystery pill pack? Military issued mystery pill pack? 8-bit, no! No! Dag nabbit! My precious giant oranges! These old bones can't get them back on the truck. Oh, I feel you. I feel you, old man. Huh? You! The young un drifting around. Could you help me? Put the cargo on the truck. Alright? It's like yeehaw music. Yeehaw! Hover over the object you want to grab, then press that button or that button to lower your claw. If the UFO gets too close to a grabbable object, you won't be able to bring out the claw. It's a very, very Kekona. To let go of the object you're grabbing, press that button or that button again, okay. Excuse me, you think one of the places you're finally able to give them? You have to check first to make sure the other one was too far out. Yeah, that's the thing, like, depending on where you are. What is this music? Depending on where you are, it's either super convenient to get one, or it could be a pain in the ass. It seems like it could be a haul. Around here, there's plenty of them available right now, because a lot of people are vaccinated already, so... You're 90% sure that giant oranges are called pumpkins, and they're illegal to own outside of October. Well, we did learn tonight that, will-o-wisps are actually also called jack-o'-lanterns. Are those illegal too? Are jack-o'-lanterns illegal too? Yeehaw! Blinking objects are important. Work is done when you load enough blinking cargo to reach the goal. You can get a bonus for loading the other cargo too. Inky Punks, you'll never forget Inky Punk. And if you don't finish in time, you'll lose the bonus. That's right, there's no reward for working overtime. No reward? What is this? So we just gotta finish in time. Okay, we just pick the thing up and put it there. That's how hard could it be? Video game physics. Drop it. Doesn't look like it breaks. Okay, what else? We get one orange? Oh no, there's another box. Oh, there is no way that's an orange at that size. That shit like a grapefruit. That's a big boy. Dunk. Sick dunk though. Drop it. Oh my god, it actually is like a claw machine. You have to be placed over it in the right spot or you won't get it. So this is basically like a pixelated version of the Yakuza Claw game. But with a UFO. Good work! We get money? This is actually a job. This is a job. You're not trying to make a 3-hour drive. Oh, it was 3 hours both ways? Holy shit, and that, yeah, if you had any sort of reaction to the thing, like to the shot to Bujanga, and had to go 3 hours each way, gross. Do not blame you. So we got 700 that, oh no, 1090 that currency for lifting 2 boxes. This is actually a pretty lucrative part-time job. Don't think we'll have to look for work full-time. Hinky punks don't care about laws. That's why they're punks, but why are they hinky? Toilets! Oh, a video game, welcome back, Risu. To a video game that's very cute. We get to pick things up and put them someplace. And that's the game. You can get medals by completing secret goals while working. As you earn more medals, you'll open up more job opportunities. And that's not all. Earn 3 medals in a job and you'll unlock a more challenging 2-star version of the job. This is like schlepping things the game. Oh, look at that piggy bank. Oh my goodness. Can I upgrade? Can we pimp the UFO? He's got a little envelope. Look at that. He's got a little envelope. How's he even holding that? He doesn't have hands. Is it magnetized? Is it like stuck to his side? He really looks like the Kirby UFO, like the bottom of him. The sprite, they animated it very similar to the Kirby UFO. What actually is that on the bottom? Is it supposed to be like the engines? Because the Kirby UFO has it too. It's like the 3 little like balls. They spin. But when you see a UFO traditionally, I think it's, yeah, see those? Thank you for the demonstration. What are those? Are they like the jets? Because typical more like realistic UFO, it's like windows, right? That they put around the bottom when they do the drawing of the flying saucer. It's different. Hi, bees. How you doing? Well, come on in. How's it going? How have you been? Welcome to this very cute game. Sci-fi nubs. Curved nubs. Yeah, maybe the engines. We can't figure it out. Socksman, hi! How's it going? What is this gaming within the first 3 hours of stream? This is gaming on a limited time for stream because I gotta stop at 9 tonight. Because I gotta go wake up at 6 tomorrow morning and get my COVID vaccine and try not to die. So I should probably sleep tonight. Even though I'm gonna probably be sleeping all day tomorrow. I'm gonna try to wrap up at 9 tonight, so we had to start gaming early. Doesn't it look super cute? Look at him, he's holding an envelope and he doesn't even have hands. It's already adorable. And he looks like slightly perturbed. He kind of looks like he has eyebrows, if that's possible to discern from like 2 pixels. Every UFO differs, just assume you're right until proven otherwise. Sounds good. Nani? Is this the first time you've ever been paid for work? You young'uns drift around doing nothing with your lives. Well, I ain't gonna stand for it. What is that? To help this alien drifter settle down on Earth, the man hands the UFO a magazine with job listings. And so begins the UFO's life on Earth. Yes, like, advanced alien race finds its way to Earth. Get a fucking job. Here's a link to Craigslist. Welcome to capitalism. Get out of here. Well, you still can. Does he have like a death ray or something? Can he just get the money that way by coercion? Okay. So that makes sense. I didn't realize this is a HAL game. So apparently there's a Kirby cameo in here. And that would make sense because it's a hell game. You're trying to distract yourself from the life- uh-oh, Socksman, I hope everything's okay. I hope everything's good. I saw that, that dice box that you posted in the Discord, and it looks amazing. They did a fantastic job with it. Have you used it yet? Find work, shop, team up, and feats of glory. What's in the shop? I have money to burn in my pocket. Beanie Man! Ooh, a customer. Welcome to the first Earth branch of the Cosmic Apparel Shop! How's the music level, guys? This music's actually pretty solid. I tried to make this place fit in with your Earth scenery, but seems like only kids shop here. Oh, is this a lady genie? It looks like it has a little bra going on there. That looks like a bra. But you found us! Yay! And I can tell you're a big, generous spender. We've got all kinds of stuff, even outfits that'll make you fly around. Ooh, upgrades. But fly around a bit differently. So we can get... Oh, look at all this stuff. Monkey fighter! Samurai hair! Worker- oh my god. Stuffed doggy. I like how you can see all the upgrades from the start, so you know if it's like worth saving for. Cubie's UFO. Is that like Kirby with a Q? Matching turban. So you can match the shopkeeper. There's a tiger suit. Realistic UFO. Robot suit and space suit. Oh my goodness. Well, where do we even start here? What should we buy? We have 1,190 space bucks. We can get Beanie Man, Drum Major, Package Deliverer, and that's it. If you click it, does it say what the upgrade is? Yes. Beanie Man! Warm and it makes it easy to go slow. Gotta go slow. Hey Selwood, how you doing? Oh, come on in. I'm trying to figure out how to pimp my UFO at the moment. We can buy one upgrade. Beanie Man. Beanie Man sounds pretty good if we want to just go at a leisurely pace. How about Drum Major? This is probably faster, right? Drum Major. Lead yourself down the path of victory. That is very... that's kind of ambiguous. How about Package Deliverer? The package always gets there. Always gets there? Is this like... is this cheating? Is this the cheat mode? Sounds like the cheat mode. Not today. Alright, we'll get the Beanie Man because it just looks cute and I want to see if we actually place this on the UFO. I hope to god that they... maybe... it said that they were kind of like upgrades though, I think. Oh my... Whew. Just between you and me, if you press L or R during a job, something cool happens. And what happens changes depending on what you're wearing. See that? So it does change. I'm blocking the text, I'm sorry. Isn't that fun? Give it a try. Come again. Alright, so it does do something, but what? It said it makes it easy to go slow. So it's probably good for more cautious stuff. Is this like our wardrobe? Oh my god. It is summer. This catwalk music! This is so cute! We have one choice, I just wanted to see. I'm doing okay, Socksman, thanks for asking. I hope you're doing okay. To be honest, I'm like kind of shitting bricks thinking about my vaccine tomorrow, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'm gonna, like, you guys have any suggestions for anything to watch? Because I'm probably gonna spend the day in bed and just try to chill, but I don't know what to watch. I was thinking of just rewatching Parks and Rec, but might be worth finding something new to watch. So this actually has multiplayer too, apparently. So we did the first job, catch the fish moving all around. Get 5 medals. Okay, so you do have to go in some sort of order. Not as cute as hashtag. Not as cute hashtag as Charlie. Nothing is as cute as Charlie though, that's not a fair competition. She don't care. She don't care. Watch the Ace Ventura movies. I'm just trying to picture those, Panda, watching those like feverish and delusional and just seeing Jim Carrey's head like coming out of a rhinoceros's ass. And I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that would be amazing or terrible. Yeah, something cute. Usually when I'm sick, I watch Studio Ghibli movies. When I was really young, I used to watch Totoro when I was sick repeatedly, and my parents must have hated me because it was the Fox dub that it originally came with, and it just had a lot of very loud screaming kids in it. But after I got sick of that, moved on to Spirited Away when sick, which is also really weird when you're feverish and delusional because that movie is very weird. Do they have those movies on Disney Plus? Like, where do you watch those now? I think Disney owns all the Ghibli stuff. Fever Dreams would be amazing. Don't catch a fish. Watch Neil Breen. No, I gotta save those for movie night, Socksman. We gotta watch those together. Ahoy and hooray! That was like the shittiest. I'm sorry for that pirate voice. Can I take it back? How do you make a pirate voice? Ahoy! Ahoy there! Load 5 fish on board and then we sail away. I don't know how to make that sound like I'm in SpongeBob. Alright. Look at how pissed off this fish is. I want that one. I want the mad one. Yes, first try. Look at his face. Okay, so load them on board and just drop him there. He's very unhappy about being yoinked out of his home. This one seems a little derpy. Please let me grab you. There we go. All my Yakuza training was not in vain. Look at his little eyes. Y'all, you can stack them on top of each other. No, don't fall off. Don't fall off. You gotta stay there, thank you. Very good. What is this one? There's like an urchin at the very bottom, but I can't reach. It's just out of reach. Even if I go down as low as oh! Oh! What is this? Is this an urchin? It counts! Paprika when feverish and delusional! Poor life choices. That movie is enough of a trip when you're not delusional, I feel like. Oh, is it a mine? Are they all gonna explode? Yeah, don't watch Grave of the Fireflies. I've seen that one before, Risu. I know enough to not subject myself to that when not feeling well, because that is a movie that makes you not feel well. The goldfish is very cute, but he's kind of slippery. Am I gonna run out of time? I'm gonna run out of time. Get that one. Oh, did we get him? Okay, he popped in the claw. Studio Ghibli lost its charm once they became popular. Are you a Studio Ghibli hipster, Twilight? Are you just saying the newer ones aren't as good? I haven't seen, like, Ponyo, or the 3D one that looks really creepy. Not Willy's Wonderland! Got him! So it just ends it when you hit the goal. It doesn't matter. Like he said, if you work overtime. Oh, I didn't test the special slow power. Show off your awesome work to everyone who's not working. Who's not working? I'm not working. Look at this awesome work. Watch the Monster Hunter movie. Are you guys trying to make me feel sick? Or like... Because I think watching the Monster Hunter movie may make me feel more sick than the actual vaccine. Porco Rosso looks cool. I actually haven't seen that one. Is that on Disney Plus? I gotta check after stream. Ponyo is pretty good. Your niece really likes it. Yeah, the faces. I love the little, like, the dizzy eyes on the red ones. They're all so cute. Oh, you can take a picture. And then upload it onto social media. Or not if you're not on social media. This is why we play video games, just to flex on people on Twitter. I don't know about you guys. They added like a 30-second clip feature that you can do with Monster Hunter Rise very easily from the Switch. And I just abuse it constantly. I don't post a lot of it, but it's just so easy to share stuff now on social media. Share a photo and you'll get to view a special illustration commemorating that job. What? They're pressuring me. They're pressuring me to post this on social media. I'm not gonna post this right now. Not right now. Unable to share. That's right. Thank you for sharing. Unable to share. Still got paid, doesn't matter. We get extra points for the the spiky thing. That was worth more. You should watch Soul if you haven't watched it. Makes you sad you stopped playing music and jazz? Can you still play for fun, Socksman? Or do you just not have enough time or energy? I feel like with music and stuff like that that you're passionate about and like you go to get a job in something else. I had this problem with photography. It's like kind of tough because if you do end up getting a job in something you're passionate about, that I feel like it kind of is not always a good thing. So sometimes it is good if you stop doing something and don't end up doing it professionally and then kind of work it back into a hobby, if that makes sense. Like when I started doing actual photography work for school, it kind of made me miserable. And I feel like it could be the same for a lot of people with music and stuff like that. Social diarrhea. Twitter is absolute diarrhea. Oh, not enough medals yet, we need 2 more. The boss will be mad if the pillars aren't straight. Alright, no pressure. You're just lazy! You can do it. You just gotta believe. You gotta you gotta do some music stuff instead of play video game. It's tough though, like if you want to do something creative, but the video games and stuff are just there, and TV. It's so much easier just to pick up a video game or TV than actually pick up music and play. You have multiple saxophones? Excuse me? Put up the pillars and add a roof. Let's build a temple. Oh, this is... That creature on the left that I'm blocking with my camera looks very questionable. I'll let you guys have a look. Look at him. Look at that thing. Alright, so some assembly required here. He's in the way, so I gotta move him. Oh no. What's true? What's true? What the heck? Nice emotes, Risu. I don't know. I'm gonna do this in 73 seconds. I have to remove this penis man out of here. Oh, they do build all the ancient structures. No, don't fall over. Can I just, like, hurl that thing? Yeah, just chuck him. He doesn't seem to mind. We got points for being abusive. Nice. Alright, so this is where the physics comes in. So if we use the move slow... Wait, what did I do? Did I just give a like? That's the left and right triggers. That's what they do. Alright, this is not the best looking temple. You gotta actually go pretty fast. This is gonna knock that over. Oh my god. It's fine. This kind of reminds me a little bit, you guys ever play World of Goo? Like the physics? Don't. I have plenty of time. Just the stacking all the different structures. World of Goo is super cool. This is not gonna... I don't have enough time! I don't have enough time! One more! No, you won't get a bonus if time goes down to 0! You can pause by pressing this. Okay. What if I don't need the bonus, though? Oh no. I'm already bad at this game. That looks good, right? God damn it. Hi, Draconic! How you doing? I think it's stuck, but definitely fucked up. Okay, let's do a speedrun. We gotta just get this guy away first thing. We'll just do this in order. Yup. It's actually kind of difficult because, okay, you gotta do things in a specific order. This is where the difficulty comes in. Because you can't drop the crane if you're too close. Let's chuck him that way. So you gotta pick things up in a specific order. The hardest part is just getting these things to line up properly. That looks good though. little stubby one is there for. It's like a half a column. No! Gotta use the power of physics, but not knock the other one over. No! I moved it, and now it doesn't count. This is 3 more, because I moved it a slight centimeter to the left. No! No! Fuck. This requires a lot of focus, and a lot of manipulating of the physics. Yep, that looks perfect. Why does it say 3 more? Something wrong? Is there something wrong with my strategy? That looks perfect. And then just don't. I have a man stuck to my roof. Just don't knock him over. Just go very slow. It's heavy. Oh god, no, it's heavy, and that actually affects how you can carry it. It actually drags you down more and faster. That is not correct. Oh, it's because it's on. Oh. It's not supposed to be on the platform? Oh, it's supposed to be here. I'm an idiot. It's supposed to be on this platform on the right. That's why. Yeah, no, it looks correct, but it's not supposed to be standing on the thing that it's on. I did not read the directions. Okay. That makes it easier, though. We're all idiots. How's it going? Fi? Well, come on in. That was definitely a derp. There's a big old derp there. Alright, I think this should be easier, though, if it's only these 3 pieces. And we don't have to move the man. You can just have him flop around over there. Yup! Yup! And it gave the points, too, for putting it on the platform. That was definitely stupid. Yeah, this is a Switch game, Draconic. This started out as a mobile game. No! No, it still moves! It still moves, even after it's been placed. Started out as a mobile game, and it is actually created by Hal, who also made the Kirby games, so apparently there's a Kirby cameo in here. It's just Fi! Oh, you're from Twitch Sings! How you doing? Oh, come on in. I miss Twitch Sings so much. I think about it every now and then. They had such a good thing, and then they ruined it! And now we gotta play stuff like this on stream. Oh, look at the guy in the back! I like the statue with the waving, and the one being levitated. Discord karaoke. Do you still do Discord karaoke, Dork? I'm too shy to do real-time karaoke with people. It's too spooky. That's why I liked Twitch Sings. Because my favorite thing about Twitch Sings was not real, like, you're able to sing, not real time. Like, you can just sing along with the pre-recorded thing. That was very good for someone with anxiety. That's why I played mostly offline. But Discord karaoke sounds like the exact opposite of that. You just checked out the music category, it was just as cringy, really? I mean, I don't know if I'd necessarily call it cringy. Like, it's people being creative, they're doing something different. You could say streaming on Twitch in general is kind of cringy. You're playing a video game and expecting people to watch you, like, realistically, I don't think streaming music is any cringier than streaming games. But, there's a lot of actually really talented people in music. Actually, Lara6683, I think is the number combination after her name, is very talented pianist in the music category. And Shane Brain, he's really good at Rocksmith guitar. Those are who I watch mostly. I could definitely see Katamari Risu. That game is also on the Switch. Is that game worth playing? I've never actually played a Katamari, but I do know what it is in the general gameplay. You do Discord karaoke all the time. Is there like a server for it, Dork? They are workers. They were workers, but I think they were also supposed to be like marble statues too. So no headaches with the first shot, and the only problem was the first night you didn't sleep well due to sore feeling arm. But by Saturday the soreness was gone. Oh, very good, Draconic. That's great news. That's good. Yeah, the first shot isn't typically bad. I know some people did have reactions with it, but that is good to hear. Everything went a-okay for you. Did you say Rose got hers too? Did she do okay? You did it in front of an audience? How's that different? I feel like it's less personal when the audience is not, like, talking with you over voice chat, if that makes sense. Like, the parties in Twitch Sings scared the shit out of me too. I never did them. I did, like, one with, I think, like, Snark and Chun. But just those were scary too. I find that very anxiety-producing. You're mostly doing Valorant, but you need to find an actual group versus playing with randoms. Whereas most of Riot's community, like being toxic, oh my god, yes, any sort of game like that that has any sort of competitive aspect to it, definitely better to find a solid group. The toxicity is, detrimental to an enjoyable gameplay experience for that type of game. Glad you're enjoying Valorant, though. I know some people who play. I've never been super into FPS, but it does look pretty cool. It does sound like pianist. Pianist. Not pianist. Pianist. Pianist? It is pianist. It's an unfortunate word. It's a very unfortunate word, but that's what you use to describe someone who plays the piano. I think you might have fun with it. What, with Discord karaoke? There's a couple of VTuber communities, and you're into that, so that's where I usually do it. Did you ever get your VTuber thing, commissioned, Dork? Did you say everything is cringy? No, not everything, just Twitch. Twitch in general is, to people outside of, and some people inside of the Twitch community, is very cringy. Twitch has its own freaking, like, its own lingo that people use. They say shit is like poggers, and instead of laughing, they say kek W, and stuff like that is very cringy. It's just Twitch. Pianist. Pianist. Rose got it. She's a bit sore Saturday, but it's hard to tell if she gets some regular aches and pains. Aches and pains? Oh, good. She's doing good. Well, I am so happy you guys are doing okay, and I hope the second one goes well for you guys. I have mine tomorrow. I'll let you guys know if I die. Oh, Katamari! Yeah. Katamari would be fun. Oh, look, cheerleaders. This is like, this music reminds me a little bit of something out of, like, Rhythm Heaven. You commissioned art for a VTuber? Certainly. Currently, I'm seeking someone who is decent to rig it. I mean, I know Age can make some really awesome hands. Did you see the avatar Age made? And he also made one for a t-shirt wizard with hands. He's really good with making hands. I hope you find someone. Everyone's cringe. I'm cringe. Like, it's just, you just embrace the cringe. Like, I feel like the cringiest thing is to be self-conscious of your own cringe. You gotta lean into the cringe. You think karaoke is cringy? Why? It's just people having fun, singing. I don't think people take it super seriously. I didn't. It's usually something that you do when you're drunk with friends, so... The artists informed you they would begin the design at the beginning of this month. You haven't received anything yet. Well, they may be a little inundated, considering how popular VTubing is now. Oh, we got, speaking of cringe, LETSGO, let's go, cheer squad, let's do this, take it 3.5 meters high. What? What? Oh god, I gotta stack the cheer squad. I gotta stack the cheer squad. It's not cringing away from professional singing. No one does karaoke thinking they're, like, going to be competitive. Basically, it's just amateur singing. Like, people can do something they're not good at and still have fun with it and it not be cringy. Like a pickup sports team. is obviously not going to be on the same level as a professional one. They're going to make a lot of mistakes, but they still have fun with it. Exactly, it's just singing. I have no idea what you mean by cringe. Because I do not think karaoke fits it. It may make you personally cringe, but I don't think karaoke as a whole is cringe. The way people do it, they just have fun with friends. I feel like this is like shitty Jenga. Yeah, Admiral Baru's a VTuber. Everyone's a VTuber. Freaking PewDiePie got a VTube avatar. That's good. Yep. She's doing great. She's doing great. Oh, it gives you bonus time too. That's good. Alright, will she be able to hold this girl up? I don't think so. Look at that guy creeping on the right, taking the pictures. This is how injuries happen. So can I stack this one, like, lengthwise, like on her foot? She's not happy about this. I don't think cringe is trying to be cool. Maybe it is, like people trying to be cringy to be cool. This is just got like... I feel bad for the girl underneath her. She's getting like this girl above her. It worked! Fuck, it doesn't count unless they stay. Now we know. They actually have to maintain. Okay, alright, so if we do this, if we balance her properly and let go... God damn it! She is flashing her freaking bagoo to the air. What? I thought it was 3 meters high, not 2 meters. Why did that count? This cheer squad is a failure. I never was a cheerleader. Yeah, cringe is pretty subjective, that's true. Stack 'em tall! The difference between pro singing, making a band, and the difference between playing Guitar Hero— No, nothing is fucking objectively cringe! It's what Onimusha said. It's subjective. There is nothing that is objectively cringe. It's a subjective term. I will fight you on that one. And again, it's people doing something for fun that are not taking themselves seriously. I don't find that cringe. I find that, like, cringy stuff is more people who are, like, way too into themselves, thinking they're way better at things than they are. But most people go into karaoke knowing that they're not, like, pop stars. They're just having fun and drinking. I don't know what's happening either, but I really like it. This game is so cute. We should upgrade, though. I haven't used this hat very much. Yeah, exactly, Dark. That's how I see it. It's something you're not doing. You're not doing professionally, but you're enjoying. That's what life is about enjoyment. It's not about being good at things. South Park did an episode making fun of Guitar Hero smashing plastic buttons versus a real guitar. I wonder when that episode came out, because I never watched South Park, but I took actually a TV writing class in college, and I made like a fake episode. We had to pitch a pilot of something around people who were playing Guitar Hero and decided to start a real band, and what a mishap that was. I wonder if that came out before or after the South Park episode, if people thought I was ripping it off. Because I never actually watched South Park. Not my type of humor. I kind of want this bee thing, because it's very cute. Now you get to carry pollen too, heck yeah! Look at him, he's a little bee, he's got a little stinger. This game is so precious. So precious. Wouldn't the splits one be the best in the middle between the two? On the bottom? Probably Draconic. That probably would have made the most logical sense, but somehow it worked out, even just like piling them on randomly, so. You can probably go back and do it faster and maybe get more points for it. If you stack them faster. Should we all dare to be cringy? I don't... No? You remember that Guitar Hero episode? South Park is the arbiter of truth. It's the, what was the, is the stick of truth? Was it the game version of South Park? Imagine buying an entire plastic guitar instead of playing a game or a real guitar, because you don't understand, like, I don't feel like you don't understand what people play these, like, do these things for. It's for socializing. It's not for, like, improving your skill or being creative. It's, you go to a party, you have a couple of drinks, and you play Guitar Hero because it's fun, it's a video game. You don't go to a party and pick up a real guitar because no one's gonna want to fucking listen to you. They'd rather play Guitar Hero with you. What was the DJ game that just came out? Was it Fuser? Is it Fuse? I want to say Mixer, but that was that failed streaming service. Like it's Fuser, right? It's not Mixer. R.I.P. Mixer. R.I.P. Mixer. Yeah, exactly that, Freen. I agree. Yeah, no one translate their DDR skills to real life dance skills. Actually, I would like to see that if they did, because DDR is so, like, the dancing is so awkward. The Stick of Truth and the Fractured Butthole. Those games are actually pretty solid, right? I heard they had good reviews. I was surprised for South Park games that they actually made decent. They're RPGs, right? You can socialize in Warframe or Mario Kart. Don't need a plastic guitar. You don't, but it's a video game. It's just a different controller for a video game. Like, it's a different type of game. And it also, for people who have no potential of ever being good at an instrument, gives them a chance to feel like a little, like, have a little fun with music for a bit. Even if it's just listening to the music and playing a rhythm game in time with the music. There are a lot of people who love music who are not capable of playing music. Even if they were to spend a lot of time at it, they still wouldn't get very good at it. So they just do it for fun. Who actually listens to the live band in a house party? Depends on how stoned you are. Mixer, doesn't it sound like a dating site? Maybe that's why they tanked. Maybe that's why they tanked as a site, because people thought they were a dating site instead of a game stream site. Yeah, they're supposed to be good mechanics-wise. I heard that. This is so surprising for a South Park game, because they're kind of just memey. You like the writing, that the RPG mechanics are shallow. Oh, Defreen says otherwise. And they had insufferable QuickTime events. That is not surprising for a South Park game. Sounds like something they'd do. Yeah, like, why play a basketball game when you can actually play basketball? People have the same attitude towards people, watching people, like, streaming on Twitch like I'm doing. Why are you guys watching me? You could be playing a video game. Some of you are probably playing a video game as you're watching. But people find it cringy and cannot understand why people watch people play video games. At the same time, these are the people who watch basketball games and don't play themselves. It's not objectively cringe. Nothing is objectively cringe. And I'm going to leave it at that. The dating site for cringe lords and cringe ladies. You're going to make your own game, laundry cleaning hero. Everyone will be able to be the laundry cleaning star. But if only it would do your real laundry as you play it. Someone was making a real, like, laundry game. I saw on Twitter. Stick of Truth had an accurate depiction of Canada. What did they say? We gotta put away the toys. Sorry, I'm not paying attention to my objective here. I think we gotta open this thing to put the toys in. Put the toys away. What, that Rudolph in the background? It's got like Christmassy music. Is this a toy? Looks like a hot dog. Oh, it's a circle. Oh, it's a ring. It's not a hot dog. I love the little noises the UFO makes. Can we play? Oh, the V one feels fat, like it moves faster. Oh my god! You can summon a swarm. I don't know what this like button does other than like make my dopamine receptors go ting. But the swarm of bees is very cute. Can I? Oh, I can't pick this up because the lid's in the way. We've created a problem. If you cringe while painting, the painting would be ruined. and you would cringe. See, that's another type of cringe. That's a different type. That's the I done fucked up cringe. It's a very viable form of cringe. If you maximize your cringing while painting, would the painting be awful? It'd be very uncomfortable if you're physically cringing while painting. But again, the thing with cringe, so I absolutely agree with Onimusha, it's subjective to what people think. And to me, I think cringe is when people take themselves way too seriously when they're doing something that is embarrassing and not just goofing around and having fun with it. Da da da! And we don't get anything else for doing more than we're supposed to, so we're wrapping it up. Oh, there's a chicken! The twofer! Yeah, he had the ring on it. He has the ring on his arm. Something about this is bugging you. Bzz. Bzz. Clean up, clean up. Why is the rocking horse on a rocket? Cringe Elemental, is that a new Magic the Gathering card? Have you been playing Magic lately, Hobo? I haven't tried the new set that's like Harry Potter kind of ish. I haven't played Arena in so long, but I have been watching people stream it in, and it kind of looks cool. It kind of looks really balanced for draft, but I know they're not really, the stars aren't really doing the in-person Magic right now, a lot of them, unfortunately. Anyone else remember how Generations used to be defined by a brand of cool? What do you think ours is? Tremendous amounts of debt and griping about it on TikTok. I think that's what we've been reduced to as millennials. I don't feel like millennials have a lot that they're proud of. I think our generation is in general very self-deprecating. I forgot the chicken. You ran away from Magic the Gathering for a while? Any reason in particular? Time to find work as a part-time UFO. Secretly put back the artwork that got knocked over. You're just using cringe like all over the place now. I guess you would have got a bonus for putting- oh, yeah, maybe if you put the rings on the hands first and then dunk them. That would have made sense. So this game actually is cool because you can go back and do things better and get more points. Oh no, I knocked it over. Please help me with the exhibit. Assemble totem pole. Look at this! Wow. There's that guy's head in the background from the other level. Oh, she's so sad. She's probably an intern, just underpaid. Gotta go get everyone's coffee, and then she knocked this shit over in her rush. So it's got the triangular piece. No, I'm saying that we don't have a brand of cool. Because griping is the opposite of cool, and being self-deprecating. And that's what we do as a whole. Millennial humor is very dark and self-deprecating, I feel like. Because of what has happened in our lifetimes. During the formative years. This is not easy. Firmly grasp it. I like how the pieces power up as you connect them. Really getting Jenga vibes here. Cybergoths! Oh, where did all the Cybergoths go, Dork? Are they still out there doing their Cybergoth thing? I'm out of time! It's not giving me much time. Got 20 seconds. I'm running out of, like, verticals. Oh, okay, it goes up. No! No! There's too much pressure. I freaked out. Cybergoths are great. There aren't many goth clubs around anymore. We used to have, in my neck of the woods, in Cambridge, Mass, there used to be TT the Bears that had a goth night called Ex Mortis. But they had to close, and I don't know if any other clubs have taken up the reins of goth night. The face one, no big titty cyber goth girlfriend. It's real bad. They're out there somewhere. You just gotta look hard enough. I feel like the goth scene has always been kind of quiet compared to a lot of other scenes. It's like, there have been all sorts of alt scenes over the years that have become almost not alt because they've become popular. Like the scene kids, the emo kids that became popular for an alt scene. But I feel like, I don't know if goths were ever really in the limelight. Generational line of goth is slowly dwindling. It has been evolved. No, don't say that. Don't say that. Not the scene kids. Goth is special. It's fun. That looks good, right? That looks... Yep, that's gonna stay. That's definitely gonna stay. Yeah, no, Gen Z, it's weird because Gen Z and Millennials kind of overlap a lot. I feel like, depending on what end of the generation it is with humor. The Millennials do use a lot of memes to cope with reality. Perfect! And now the last piece. How can we fuck it up? Looks structurally sound, thank you! I worked on it very hard. The head is very heavy. Okay, gentle. Did the timer disappear? No! The music, the drum roll is just like collapses. Ah! Where'd my timer go? The game gave up on me, the timer disappeared. God damn it. We're talking about your people, yeah, we're shit talking with millennials and Gen Z in one fell swoop. It's fine, Socksman, don't worry. Every generation has their own faults. But we can all be united against the boomers. I feel like we can... By our powers combined, Gen X, millennials, and the Zoomers against the boomers. Oh my goodness. Doomers? You'd rather be a boomer? For real though? If you were a boomer, your life would probably be significantly easier. You may actually own a home. And go to college for an affordable rate. College is so fucking expensive now. Like, if I could go back, I wouldn't have gone. It's absurd. Does this actually have to be the right side up to go on? I think I'm gonna restart because I flipped that. So I don't think sarcasm is limited to a generation. I've always been very sarcastic, and I'm clearly not Gen X. And a lot of my friends are very sarcastic. Millennials. I don't think it defines a generation. Whee! No, chat goes poggers. Chat goes poggers. And Keck W. Zolwit, are you insulting my chat? Because these are people that are friends that I care about, and it seems like you're being mean. Yeah, Keck goes for a while, but it's turned into Twitch lingo, and that guy's face, that guy who passed away recently. Join the armed forces in a time of war, Panda. You sound like you speak from experience. That's the only option for a lot of people. Yeah, he was a guy from a Mexican game show The face of Kek W? You know the emote? You know the Kek W emote, right? That was a real man who had a laugh that was like very wheezy. He became Kek W. Yeah, the wheezy guy. I like vaguely remember A. Lamau. He was a comedian. No, 4 second, 3 second, 2 second, just drop it. It's fine. Why is this one's difficult? This is not, again, Slaxon said this is not very structurally sound, these pieces. They're not very easy to balance. I might have to switch from the B, because I feel like the B is a little too zoomy. This one's a little too zoomy. Did they get rid of Kek W when he died? Were people, like, abusing it? It's weird. It's weird that they got rid of Kek W, but LOL became a Twitch Global emote. Zoomer B. Like, what, they must have been using it in a negative way. That's the only way. Yeah! You gave up years of your life and you could have been mortally wounded or, like, disabled, traumatized, in order just to go to school. It's so stupid. College should, like, community college at least should be free. It is in most other countries. Civilized countries. R.I.P. Total Ignore. It's like R.I.P. and it's just laughing. It's so weird. Nah, they didn't get rid of Cat Jam. No way. I think it's capital J-A-M, that's why. Although there are people who think it's being abusive because the person is like pushing the cat's head, which I think is dumb. The cat seems fine. Cat Jam's still there. There we go, Cat Jam in. Okay, that's totally balanced and this is gonna go great. No, I absolutely agree, Hobo. If I could go back again, I would not have gotten the degree that I did. There's only certain degrees that are really worthwhile, and they're mostly sciencey ones. No. Alright, that looks good. Ooh, stay, please stay, please stay! Look at her face, she's as nervous as I am. Oh, yay, that one was hard. That was difficult. Cat jamming. A monument to wobbling. We wobbling. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with community college. I feel like people look down on it for no reason. There's plenty of good community colleges where you'll get just as good of an education as you would at a private school. It depends on the teachers more than anything. We did it! 3 seconds, no pressure. Let's see what else we can buy other than the B. This was a really good recommendation from Skelly. This was a pretty good combination of cute and chill and also pants shittingly tense. Just the customer I wanted to see. I know that look. You're here to buy. How do you know? Alright, we can get many thing. Stuffed doggy. Cute and a bit of a speed boost. Heck yeah. I'm blocking it. You will see in a moment. It's on his head. Look, it's on his head. Look at him. I'm glad you got your degree, but you're only 1 year. 1 year out. So TBD. It's more like companies now only care that you got a degree for the most part, unless you're going into something advanced where you need a master's or one of those higher up degrees. Like, most people don't end up working in what they went to school for, it seems like. But yeah, you do have a tech degree. Tech degrees they definitely seem more worthwhile. Would not recommend the journalism degree. That was a poor life choice, but that was, again, I did my degree before the whole, like, digitization of everything and before the recession. The timing was just really stupid. I would have picked something else. Thank you for the doggo, Biddy! You like the bee better? The bee was also very cute. I kind of want to see what this does now. So this is, I spent 5,000 space bucks on it. Thanks for bobbing. Next play, they come when you poop. Alice forced me to play that. She wanted to play another game together. I gotta actually message her about it. She got some game. She asked about. What is this Feats of Glory? Is this like your high scores? This is the Feats of Glory page. Attempt the challenge shown here. Oh. Complete 4 in the same square and you'll unlock a UFO memory. Okay, it's not much, but it is whimsical. Whimsical is enough. I don't, Oh, okay, so it lists what the challenge is. Okay. It's like, I don't know what what I'm supposed to do. So we gotta complete certain challenges, then it'll unlock other stuff. Okay, that's cool. This game feels like it needs a space Roth IRA. I don't know if we make enough space buckaroos to put into the Roth IRAs. Is our employer match? Is this an employer matched part-time job? With our IRA. Play Phasmophobia. We never played together. I actually uninstalled Phasmophobia to install Resident Evil 7 recently. We gotta do Phas, the Forest, and Monster. You gotta play Monster Hunter Socks, man! I gotta add Shrimp Swole. I gotta add it to the bot. Gotta add it. I made the stupid mistake of buying a new 500 gigabyte hard drive and installing the Linux partition on it, not thinking I would use it mostly for games. So, unless those games are Linux compatible, I may just delete my Linux partition because I only used it really to play emulated games. Oh yeah, Hobo, how does the Hunter Connect even work? I couldn't figure it out. I was trying to figure out how to make a lobby that people could like drop into whenever people who are on my friends list and just like play online, and then if anyone happens to be online they can join, but I don't know how to do it. 10 medals to unlock the next page. So do I have to get a higher score then? Oh, wait a minute. Just pile them high. Do I get money for this and medals? What is this? So this is just basically do as much as you can. I'm not gonna be good at this. You can use CloneZilla to back up your Linux partition, I guess, although it's not, yeah, it's not that hard to reinstall, just have to make sure to get the Monster Hunter files saved from 4U. My Linux partition was basically a 4U machine because I couldn't emulate it on Windows. It's pretty much a system where you can sort of auto-invite folks or set a preference for your join requests from what you understand. Still need to set things up on your end. Yeah, so it's kind of like the guilds, right? I think. So it's more, you use it with friends or people you played with that you liked instead of randoms. It seems good, it just doesn't seem very well advertised, so I don't really know anyone who uses it. Yeah, 500 gigs isn't a lot. It was cheap though, I think it was only like a $20 hard drive. This is, I don't know if I want to play this. I want to get medals. So I think we just repeat the quest, but better. So I don't know if it'll give an additional medal. Whoa, look at the dog! It woofs. Ooh, he woof! Trying to go as fast as I can and see. I wonder if you put them, oh, maybe if you put the crate on first. Look at the corgi in the back, like wagging his tail. He's so good. So you get money, but do you get another medal? Oh, okay. I'm oblivious, so that's what you gotta do. So you gotta put the oranges in the bucket. Okay. Yes. Thank you. I just noticed. It's like when you match on join requests folks you've connected with have preferences. Yes, okay, that makes sense. Because I have played with another streamer. That was fun, but like I don't have them on my friends list. And like, I feel like I don't really use the friends list very much. You can invite people to your session from the friends list, but no one does that. I think it'll work better on PC with Steam. Can you even message someone on the Switch? I don't know, is there like a message system? Or is it just invite? So we gotta put, I think we should probably put the bucket on the truck first before putting the oranges in it, or maybe disaster. Yeah, it ends the stage. Okay, we'll try again. Try again. Yoo-hoo! I'm gonna try with the basket on the truck first. Now, I don't know if you do this if it will give you more time is the only thing, or if it's just more challenging because you don't have enough time for everything. Because you gotta do this plus end the stage by putting the crates on. Yoo! Okay, that looks good. Oh, the two for- God damn it. Oh. Drop him. Donked. Yeah, so it doesn't give you more time, so that's the challenge. It just gives you the money. Oh, it puts a little- oh, it puts a little bow on it. Very cute. This is a well-designed game. I could see that this, again, it started as a mobile game and I could see it would be perfect for that too. Yeah, you have a good amount of time on this, like the earlier levels, but I'm kind of concerned about the more challenging ones, like the totem pole one. If there was something in that you have to build the whole totem pole after, might be a bit rough. But this is absolutely plenty of time with this one. Great. Wasn't bad. I think we needed 5 more medals, so we gotta complete more challenges. Because I think that only gives 1, right? So what's that? What's the second one? The 2 boxes. Do they have to be right side up? Is that what it's showing? It's kind of ambiguous. Yeah, right side up. Okay, we'll try that. That shouldn't be too hard. Famous last words! Yeah, I think it is. I think you guys are right. Right side up. I'm gonna try that because we'll just top that one off. That one's pretty easy. The hardest part is just getting them to rotate the right way. With this awkward claw. So you can only kind of use the physics. So if we use the physics and swing it that way, up, okay. And then grab it, go directly up. That should do it. Like, the physics are pretty decent. And it does seem like they change depending on which UFO power-up you have. Got it! Alright, and this one's already set. This is a pretty easy one. If we can... No, this is the dog scale, it's just a woof with a paw print. And then the thumbs up that I still don't know what it does. It's just a paw print. I think it gives you a passive speed boost overall, is what they said. Smash that like button. Alright, there we go. Oh, and they turn green. So all the other times we did it, these poor contents of, I guess it's oranges in there, they're getting all jumbled up because the packages were upside down. Sorry! My bad. Can't read. Can't read instructions. It's okay, we're just part-time labor, we don't have to be, don't have to be overworking it. Oh, and it puts a little icon on it when you complete it. That's cool. Alright, so what unlocked? I kind of want to see the other ones. This one's a bit tricky. You'll need perfect balance. Oh god. Can all these toys really fit on just one wagon? This is this is the Kirby one. This is the Kirby one, I think. Spoilers. Okay, maybe not Kirby. I heard there was Kirby. Oh, there's a star. think it may be later. But this is clearly a warp star. Curb ducks. I feel like that star. There's something secret with that. Something hidden here. What about this duck? He looks different. He looks special. Let's grab him. Stuffed animal physics. The star is the curb. No, there's actually curb in it. It was in the star thumbnail. A real curb in the wild. This is a HAL game. Did they use this little UFO mascot for, like, is this their, no, they have a dog, right, for their icon? I feel like I've seen this UFO before, this game. I guess that it doesn't count. He's hanging off. The star is taking up too much space. The star may have been a little ambitious. No, don't fall. Don't fall. You're fine. It's not counting. There's the curb. Alright, this one will be good. Why aren't they— why does it— what? Why is it two more— oh, maybe it's only the big ones. Okay, yeah, they're flashing. I wasn't paying attention. The ducks don't count. It's just the big ones. Just stacking this horrible, like, pile of ducks on here. The UFO bad guys? Yeah, maybe. Maybe the bad guys. No, 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 no. This is a problem. I put too many ducks, and now it's not gonna balance right. No! Oh! I thought I got both. Alright, we gotta take the ducks out. I almost feel like I should just restart, because I used way too much time. This chicken is going to be the death of me. Crane game is Kirby minigame. So also Yakuza minigame. Oh, goddamn these ducks! It's Honda, help! Help! Do you have professional stacking advice? Help! This game is so cute! How you doing, Tonda? I'm just gonna— I'm gonna just— it's gonna take me so fast to just restart it. Okay, so the popular stuffed toys, if we had read from the start, the ducks are not popular. That's why there's so many of them. Those poor ducks. Their self-esteem is crushed, because they're never picked. Okay, so we pop these ones in here. And then this one. Oh, the duck with the eggshells picked. He's a good one. So you can't be too close, and you can't have toys blocking the claw. Alright, we're gonna drop this one there. Take the teddy. They give me a lot of time for this one for some reason. Oh, are they ducks or baby chickens? Good question. I think they are baby chickens because we have big chicken in here. Those are the little chicks. It's like Metal Gear with the little chick hat. Got the eggshell on it. He's fine. Drum roll. You have this on your tablet, Tana. You should play it. It's so cute. It's super it's chill and cute, but at the same time stressful, if that makes sense. Because of the physics aspect to it. Have you played World of Goo? Because it reminds me a lot of World of Goo with the way you gotta kind of finagle everything to balance properly within the game physics. Nailed it. But it's a perfect mobile game. Oh, we gotta do a chicken pyramid. That's the other goal. Gotta stack 5 chickens. Oh god, we gotta stack the 5 chickens and then magically stack the other 3, the other stuffed animals on top of it to complete the level. Okay, next. We'll go back to that one. This one's a bit tricky, only a perfect balance. There's turtles in this one. You played a few levels and it's really great. It's surprisingly good. Like, I'd never heard of this. And apparently it started off as a mobile game and then ended up on the Switch. Skelly mentioned it to me, saying it seemed like it was up my alley, and he was very right with that. You need the Star Fox good luck sound effects. I never played Star Fox, so I try to keep the sound effects kind of relevant to stream stuff or like stream memes. most of the sound effects are from either stuff I like or games we've played. Like, there's a Glover one, there's a Tattletale one. What an elephant! He can carry 5 animals like it's nothing. Is this animal abuse? Alright, he can carry a donkey. Yeah, I found it! Oh no, this donkey is very startled. Does not want to be picked up like this. Oh, we have to balance. That's why it's tricky. We have to balance both sides. Turtle is very heavy. Very heavy boy. Is that a porpoise out of water over there? Alright, turtle, we good? Help me, elephant. Is that hamster? Can we pop it on the elephant's head? Yes. I feel like this is cheating. And then a pupper. So I think you gotta kind of weight it in the middle a little bit, because if you go too far to one side, they're going to take a tumble. This may actually be problematic here. It's a capybara! It looks like a hamster, or like a guinea pig or something. Capybaras are great. Nailed it! That wasn't that hard. It's gonna be hard to do the special, like, goals, though. Now, the animals and stuff, all the cute pixelated stuff in this game, would you call those sprites? Is something that big still considered a sprite? Whatever they are, they're very cute, and they have a lot of character. Oh, I apparently got one of the goals by accident. Anyone have any idea what that goal was? Nothing falling off? Is that what that is? It's hard to tell. They do look like giant guinea pigs, that's true. You knew it! We knew it! But yeah, are those still considered sprites? Because when I think sprite, I think like something that's typically smaller. These are just like very large sprites. We done knew it! Very chunky sprites. Oh, you can catch seafood for 3 minutes. Oh, okay, so we gotta catch a squid. And like 1 of each fish. And 10 fish, okay. So those are the goals. Pretty easy on this one. See how much fish we can get. No problem. Love it. Love fishing. Never fish at all in Monster Hunter. Oh, the squid! The squid! Get him! Get him! Get him! Get him! No! 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 Come back! He disappeared! Oh man! That's tricky. He's limited. Oh. So I think we have to get him when he hits the bottom. I'm not gonna drop my fish just to get the squid. I already got too many of the same fish. We gotta get this one. And then the angry striped one. Come on! Pufferfish is very heavy. I feel like pufferfish— no! Pufferfish would not be that— he disappeared! Pufferfish would not be that heavy. Because they're mostly air. Stop it, squid! Yeah, I was wondering that, Onimusha. I was wondering if they're— it's, kinda odd. They look kinda odd. It's pretty crazy what you can do with them. Is this gonna end the level? With 3D to make it look kind of more 2D or more traditional. Like Age sent me something someone had made in Blender. Ow. Something someone had made in Blender that was very very good, like 80s claymation style, like spot on for that. I'm actually losing time by hitting the squid. I'm not quite sure when to grab him. Yeah, I'm trying to get to squid, but he keeps hitting me. I got him though. I got him. Now I gotta get a few more fish really quickly. Because he took all my time by concussing himself against my tiny UFO body. No, he's falling off! He's falling off! No! Throw it! No! like a pile of very dizzy fish. Good enough. So we got the squid. Oh, we didn't get 10 fish. That was pretty good though. Yeah, it was only one more. That last one fell off. It was so close. Oh well. That one's not hard to do because you don't have to worry about doing the other ones once you've already done them once. Make a salad using a variety of ingredients for a well-balanced meal. Repair the unusual artwork. Even monkey acrobats need careful balance. Is that tuxedo mask on the bottom left? Looks like tuxedo mask. That's fine. Let's cook a meal. What's this dog? What? You hope it comes with a steak? Order up. Ring the bell once you've made a 6-ingredient salad. Alright, what goes in a salad? There's a shrimp! Excuse me. Excuse me. Of course we're gonna get it. First ingredient to any successful salad. 1 shrimp. What else would go in a shrimp salad? Probably like an avocado. Yeah, very good. Seafood salad is go. An avocado, maybe like a little pineapple. I made a salad before. Oh, egg. Yeah, there's an egg. Get that egg. Oh, there's another shrimp. It's just gonna be straight seafood salad. I think that is a steak, right? Or like a pork chop. Sush. Get the sush. Shrimp is pretty good in salad. I know you can get it like in some Asian cuisine they do use shrimp. Oh, there's the puppy! The egg puppy. You just have to be patient. He'll be my... Wait! Oh, I don't have enough vegetables. I have to get vegetables. I don't think I read it properly. They don't count. Dog salad. Alright. Fruits and veggies. We'll get a... I guess this is an apple. Where is Egg Curb? Not here. Apparently shrimp don't count for a salad. These people have never eaten a salad. No, Apper. No, Apper. Please stay. Please stay, Apper. Okay. Plenty of time. And I want a pineapple. This is a culinary disaster. So this salad has multiple shrimp, pineapple, apple, avocado, and dog. 0 more. Oh, we got a ring. Order's up. You still get time even if- oh, interesting. So you could just keep hawking them on there. Poor dog. Going for a ride. Yeah, it has a little tang. Great. Oh, wow. 10 ingredients. Oh, okay. So you gotta find the ingredients that don't add to the 10. And then put the others in last. There's a oh, there was a star. Just a star. Rose would be happy to have shrimp in her salad and onion. I feel like it's good with a little, like a kind of Asian fusion type dressing to it. Like maybe like a ginger something or other. I've never actually had it in a salad, but I have seen it on like Thai food menus. They do like meat salads that have meat, like odd meats that aren't normally on like American salads, like ground pork and the lettuces and stuff. Good work, thank you, we did it. We done did it. Repair the unusual artwork. Okay, hopefully this is easier than the totem pole one. That is, yep, this poor girl broke it again. You should get a new job, honey. There's something in this pot. Let's release it. Maybe it's in... Oh! Are you? Are you part of the spooky artwork? I found a lady. She's not part of the artwork, but we have her now. So the base of the artwork, oh, look at how you have to balance this thing. Look at how you have to balance this thing. Yeah, onion would have made sense. So long UFO unlocked. Oh, she vanished. She snuck out. It's a salad. It's not a salad. It's a sea. It's a sea land. How's this gonna balance? Have fun, Hobo. I'll catch you later. Maybe we can play sometime soon if I'm not dead from the vaccine. Hey, have fun. I can't arrest her. I'm just a UFO. This is just my part-time job. I don't get paid enough to arrest a lady. Can we balance it like this and have it count? Nope. The eyeball's like, uh-oh. Eyeball thing at the bottom. This is hard. Jenny LeClue! I don't think I'm going to be able to do this one correctly. The dog power goes bark and it makes a paw print. You're gonna be amazed if that worked. How are you supposed to balance this on the tip of that little thing? And in this time period? Let's try again. Let's try again. It does look like a seal. No, you gotta do it. I think you gotta do it in the order on the poster. And this is at the base. And it's balanced on this thing. Right? So you gotta put this first. See? On the right here. So, I don't know how I'm supposed to balance that. Maybe if we balance these first? That seems not good. Because you gotta balance it and then balance these on top? Like, come on. No heckin' way, right? Like, I don't know. No! I don't know how this is possible in any universe. This is a hard mode. Stop being so damn cute, music. I'm having a conundrum here. It has a face. It has a face and it's spinning. Alright, I don't think I can balance this on it first because I have to pick it up from that thing. Alright, that doesn't have to be perfectly balanced. Alright, so if we... This is not gonna work. You gotta balance it when it's on already. How is this possible? Like, I was like, yeah, I hope it's not worse than the totem, and it's probably 10 times worse than the totem. Maybe we should get a different power than dog power. Dog power just adds speed, like movement speed. Maybe if we grab it from this little nub here. Okay, this is the only spot we can grab it from. And it's gotta balance. Then you gotta balance the little planets on top. No way. It's gotta be perfect. Oh my fucking fuck. Alright, how can we mess it up? How can we mess it up? This has to be like so gently placed on this thing. It's gonna lean to the right though when I do this. Voodoo magic hacking. As soon as I place this, it's all gonna tumble down horribly. Ah! No! No! Oh, the clench. Alright, if we go a little to the right, that looks... Ah! No, don't fall! Don't fall! No! And it's, oh my god, and it broke! It broke! It's got a little band-aid on it! Because it fell! Does it not count now because it's broken? It's busted! This is the artist's rework. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, please hurry, please hurry, please hurry, please hurry, please hurry. It counted. It looks just like the picture. Oh, art. Yes. So I think the other achievement was just finding the lady in the pot. That was nerve-wracking. We did it! We did it! my god. I'm not gonna sleep tonight. Between the anxiety about the vaccine and the harrowing experience that is this game. Oh, I was gonna change the hat. What should we get? Hamburger! Hamburger! I have so much money. What should we buy? Oh! Witch broom! All it can do is fly in the air. I don't care. It's so cute. It's so cute! I don't care if it does nothing. Look at it. Look at it. Just look at it. It's got a little broom. You agree which is very good, which was obviously the correct choice. But what's the power? That's very good animation. Carpion's delivery service. Where's the little black cat? Should have a little black cat hanging off of it. So this is our power. We're a spooky, sparkly witch UFO. Monkey. Monkey. I think he goes on the top here from the looks of it. Monk. Okay, maybe not. He's next. Oh no. We may have lost some points there. I did not assess the monkey situation before picking my oh no. Before picking my monkey. We've chosen the incorrect monkey. So I think this one's what probably sits on it best. It's gotta span the gap. Oh no, for real? These ones are hard to grab. No, why are they so fumbly? Why are the monkeys so fumbly? That one's what? That's just a ball. Where's my monkey at? I need the other monkey. Monkey see, monkey drop. So this elephant, you actually can't stack anything on the middle. Do you need to hang the monkeys? You need to... I don't know what you need to... You gotta like balance them on the poles that he's holding, because you can't balance them on him, the elephant itself. They gotta be balanced on these tiny little poles he has. So each side needs equal monkeys or he's gonna topple. That's why I was thinking of putting the other one in the middle. This one here. I want to see if he spans the gap. Oh no, that monkey's gonna fall. Fuck. You can only... The only things you can hold are the sticks. Yeah, the middle. The one on the right doesn't fit. I was hoping this one would, but it doesn't look like he does either. Age help! I'm trying to balance my monkeys. It's very challenging.
Help me.
Help. So we gotta do like this. Monkey. I'm a witch. I'm a witch UFO. No! Monkey. Barrel of monkeys. This is more fun than a barrel of monkeys. Which is not saying much because barrels of monkeys were never... You guys ever have a barrel of monkeys growing up? I don't remember them being particularly entertaining as a kid. All you could do was like loop their hands together. I'm not gonna have enough time for these monkeys. No! No! Monkey out of control! He's like balanced on his crotch, that last one. No! 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 Redo. I get the idea. Yeah, the background bunny is like a little Lola bunny back there. I think the only thing you could do with the barrel of monkeys was loop their hands together, right? It was just like a plastic barrel full of plastic monkeys that had like little hook arms. He's fine. He's fine. He's fine. Don't worry about it. Look at him. He's gonna be fine. Please stop swinging! I know you're a monkey. Oh my god, I am so sorry, buddy. I am sorry about that one. I don't know if you like... Was there a goal to it? Is there a goal to the barrel of monkeys? I don't think that's gonna stay, but we're gonna pray that it does. Okay. I got your feet. I got your feet. a barrel of monies. Gently place it. One more. One more monkey. The final piece. How could it go wrong? Oh my lord. Don't fall. Don't even think about it. He's fine. Yeah, this game feels like Jenga. It's got that same tension to it. I got time for one more and then I gotta wrap up, guys. This is just a short stream tonight. Cause I gotta get up at 6 AM and try not to die. Let's do one more though. Oh, you get 1 point for the beach ball, damn it. I could've just stacked it on top. You feel really bad for the elephant doing the- he's really doing the work. This is his job. That's his job. I'm sure he gets paid and has awesome healthcare benefits. Alright, what should we do for the last one? Catch the cows and put them on the truck, make the shape shown on the screen, or look out for ninjas. Anyone have a preference? Spade and circus peanuts! Oh, circus peanuts are so gross. They taste like styrofoam. Thank you, Draconic! It'll be not fun. Draw dicks. Great, I'm gonna just pick one. Excuse me. We'll get some cows. Oh, we got ninjas. Never mind. We had one answer. Ninjas. We'll go for ninjas. Alright, hopefully it's not too difficult. Oh no. Ninjas are stopping us from building our castle, but their throwing stars might come in handy. Alright, so we have to build a castle. Oh, those guys are back. Oh shit. This music is really familiar. Was this in the other level? Yeah, I'm UFO Kirby! Exclamation point, oh she. Oh. What level is this? Is this the base? I can't see because I just blocked it. Oh, it's not the base. The base has a tiny little door in it. Which one is the base? None of these look like the base. The base has got a couple little windows. Is it these put together? Stop throwing any dang stars! They're up on kites too. Glorious neon. Huh. I don't understand which is the base, but these stupid little stars are stuck on them. Okay. This is how we make a castle. Ow. My time. Yeah, the base is 2 parts. Hello? Can I help you? Who is this? What is he doing there? He's on Plane Wing? Oh no, my door! He's the guard! Beautiful! The foundation is looking great. I don't think this is the door, is it? Is this the base? I'm not gonna have enough time for this. Okay, whatever. And then the windows. Ow. It's not looking. So this goes. They're the oh god, they go the other way. Oh no, okay. But the game thought it was fine. The game was like, you're doing great. Here, have some points. I think you are correct. The ribbits on the outside. You guys too good at this game. Okay. No. No, we messed it up. No. Okay. I guess it counts. No. Everything's so cute! I keep fucking it up. I'm trying to get it perfect, but I don't think it matters. But we probably should have them at least level. Okay, we picked up both at once by some freak accident. Okay, nice front door. I'm just gonna- oh my god. This one's challenging. I think that this is the point where it really picks up. I'm stressed. UFO Kirby made the pyramids. Oh my goodness. The pyramids that had that mummy that they found in it that made the noise. Horrific noise. They resurrected his like larynx. That was made by UFO Kirby. Yes, I know. My alarm clock going off. It's like, go to bed. Woo! UFO Kirby built ancient Japan. Ancient Kirby's. Yeah, I want to go to bed. I'll give it one more try. Then we're going to bed. Beautiful. Why do Roman togas just you just roll with it? Just roll with it. It's the game logic. We built a Roman like Parthenon type thing. Stop hitting my stuff. This one's hard to grip. Ninja looking sus up there. All right, we'll go this way. Does this have to be? Oh, does this have to be a particular orientation? These ninjas are assholes. I'm just trying to do my job and they're interfering. Beautiful. Can I boop it? Yes. Oh, it puts little trees on it. Oh my god, adorable. Okay, so next level, I believe is this one. But it's too big. It's heckin' big. I'm not quite sure how to grasp this one. Gotta angle it. Stop it, ninjas. Stop it, ninjas. There we go. Good luck getting this one over there on the right direction. Oh! And then this one. Stop! No, my time. It's very limited. Ninjas, I'm gonna flip my shit if you keep- Nope. Oh, jukes. I played Sekiro. Oh, look at the kite. Is that a kite or like a lantern? Oh, why did that count? It's sideways. Does it have to be the right direction? Woo! Don't fall apart, don't fall apart. Okay. It's got a little flag on it. I like how the game is kind of forgiving, like, yeah, it kind of looks like what it's supposed to. Don't hit me. Don't hit me. Do not hit me. Do not fucking get your fucking ninja. Oh, it's making the noise! It made that like the boom, boom, what, like that drum noise. What is that noise? It's very Japanese. Boom, boom. Perfect! It nailed it. Nailed it. Why does it count if it's like sideways? Also, I like how it's like, do you want to share this to social media so everyone can see how much you failed at this game? Totally will survive a Japanese earthquake. All that matters is the foundation. The foundation is very, very secure. Oh, that game was so cute. That was fun. That was a good recommendation from Skelly. Thanks for hanging out tonight, guys. I gotta go to bed and try not to die tomorrow. I don't know if I'm gonna stream during the week. It's been fun doing like the Monster Hunter streams kind of randomly during the week, but I don't know how I'm gonna feel after the shot. But hopefully it'll go okay. Good luck. Thank you. No, Age, I gotta go to bed. I gotta wake up at 6 in the morning. I hope vaccine goes as well as it can. Thank you. Thank you guys. I know a lot of you guys have survived the vaccine already and lived to tell the tale, so that's reassuring. Happy not dying. Thank you. Charlie's a pot pie. Charlie, are you a pot pie? He's a pot pie. Okay, I'm gonna host someone, guys. I don't know who's streaming right now. Maybe Box is streaming. Let me see. Who's streaming? Who's streaming? Reload. Good luck with the poke in the arm. Thank you. Hopefully everything will go okay. I hope. Yeah, my hair needs to be cut so bad. It's out of control. Alright, I think I'm gonna host Box, guys. I haven't hosted him in a while. He is playing Dark Souls 3. And I'm not quite sure what type of build he's doing. But if you guys want to go say hi to Box, I know some of you guys like them Dark Souls games. And some of you guys have watched Box before. Box 94, he's awesome. I am going to post him, raid Box 94. And yeah, I hope you guys have an awesome week. I'll catch you around the Discord. Take care. Have a good one. Thanks for hanging out tonight, guys. Oh, and thank you, Wanimusha, for modding, and thank you, Age, for being VIP. And yeah, thank you guys. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. I will catch you later. Have a good one.
Little Bish.